Greetings and salutations, fight fans. Jeffery Wilson coming to you live and direct from the River Center right here in downtown Davenport, Iowa for night number 2 of Caged Aggression 30, Triple Threat. This is amazing because this is the very first MMA pay-per-view event we've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen, so we're making history. Last night, if you were with us, absolute bangers, tremendous finishes, submissions, knockouts, everything we've come to expect from Cage Aggression, and tonight will be no different. We have 6 professional fights and our championship main event. We have a tremendous co-main event, Ali Omar going up against Mike DeMakis, and in our championship main event, Brandon Jenkins going up against Aaron Mitchell. And calling the fights with me tonight, he needs no introduction, but he gets one anyway. He's the very first UFC lightweight champion, and a couple weeks ago, it was the 20th anniversary of him picking up this prestigious title. He is Little Evil Jens Pulver. Jens, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. How's everybody doing out there? It's going to be a lot of fun. Get to sit back here, rap with you, watch the fights. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Absolutely. And in our championship main event, obviously the co-main is off the chain too. Ali Omar going against Mike DeMakis. But that championship main event, you know a little something about one of the participants, Brandon Jenkins going up against Aaron Mitchell. During our last episode of Everything Combat, I had a chance to chop it up with Brandon a little bit, and you were able to break down his last fight against Jordan Hinman, which was a very successful, tremendous, incredible first-round knockout. But not only commenting on his fight tonight, but his opponent tonight, Aaron Mitchell, was not his original opponent. How important is that for a fighter to adapt to a new opponent on such a short period of time?
Well, you know, 2 things with it. One, when you come off a win like that exciting spin to win that he did to land, it's hard not to want to go back out there and get that kill. Like, I'm going to go out there right off the bat. Difference is now he's fighting somebody he's never seen before, so you don't really know what's happening. You have that choice. You can be like, you know what? I'm just going to throw down and spin the win again and see if I can't get that highlight reel knockout, or am I going to wait, see how he kind of plays out, feel out the opponent a little bit, and then go out to the win. That's kind of the situation he'll be stuck in, but who knows? Because, like I said, you hype off that spin to win like he hit last time, it's going to be hard not to go out there and try to get the KO no matter who it is.
Absolutely. So Aaron Mitchell definitely has his hands out, or his work cut out for him, because he is the human highlight reel for a definitive reason. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, let's get night number 2 of Caged Aggression Triple Threat underway.
My name is Jason, your official voice from the Canada Cage, here to welcome you to night 2 of our mega 3-night event. An event almost 10 years in the making, the last of which has forced everyone to evolve in how they think and live. And through that evolution, new bonds were created, and athletes from all over the country reached out. Which brings us to our extended weekend. The way last night's dramatic events unfolded shows the dedication of these athletes and anyone familiar with Cage Aggression knows we're just warmed up by night 2. But it's that hard-working dedication we ask you to keep in mind as I read a very few short, important reminders about this evening. Our athletes and teams have worked hard for months to be here, so in order for us to be here tonight, masks do need to be worn when you're not in your seats. And please remember to respect social distancing while you're in lines. Once again, Cage Aggression and the River Center, thanks to you for your help and support in making this event run smoothly this weekend. Special thanks to our event partners for helping make this weekend possible. The River Center, official home of Cage Aggression MMA, 7G Distributing, Bud Light, thank them often, but thank them responsibly. Lakita Inns and Suites, Dougie's Filmware, Galesburg, Lake Low Kennels, The Bold Room, Rubies, the QC Sneaker Vault, Walking Window Tinting, Macaro Family Racing, Stand and Protect, Lynch Heating and Cooling, Baldwin Builders, Modern Woodman, Fraternal Financial, Yabba Dabba's House of Class, Brands Martial Arts, DJ's Fashion, Squirrel's Tree Service, Terrazza Mexican Restaurant, 3 Construction, Country Financial Representative Jason Loveberry, and the Pulver Podcast presents. Let's have a warm round of applause for all of our event partners, ladies and gentlemen. Special thanks to our production team, Mindprint Productions, The Music Connection, and Sample Photography. Much gratitude to all of our fighters, coaches, and teams for their tireless commitment to be here tonight. And of course, special thanks to Cage Aggression President Mike Goodwin for being, first, a fan of the sport and a true professional. Let's give all those folks a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All of tonight's bouts have been sanctioned by the Iowa Athletic Commission, Executive Director Dawn Chamberlain, Deputy Ben Wilson, Inspectors George Chamberlain and Zach Nickelwright, our cage side officials for tonight, Greaseman Kevin Night Night Anderson, our timekeeper Clint the Antagonist Anderson, our judges Alex Orozco, Ian Haas, and Matt White, our cage side physician Dr. Metcalf, our cardinals for the evening, the lovely Serena, Dot, and Jessica. Our pay-per-view commentary is provided tonight by Jason Bermas, Jeffery Wilson, and Jen's Little Evil Pulver. And when the action begins, our referees in charge, Zach Nickelwright, Josh Stewart, and the boss, Bruce Allen. Now, of course, I do have another reminder. Don't forget to commemorate your part in this historic event this evening, and at the same time, support your favorite fighter with our special commemorative event t-shirt. All you have to do, head over to our good friends over there at the QC Secret Vault. They've got a stand set up in back. Tell them the fighter that you're here to see or the fighter that you want to support, and they will print it up right on the back of your very own commemorative Cage Aggression 30 Triple Threat t-shirt. You can take it home, show your part in history, and support your fighter all at the same time. Now, if you'll please rise and welcome Local 4 News multimedia journalist and former Miss Iowa, Michaela Hughes Shaw, for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Michaela Hughes Shaw. All right, now this is probably one of my most favorite times of the show, and I think you know what I need you to do here at River Center. If you're ready for the action to begin, I need you to get loud. Let's let every single one of those fighters hear you back in the locker room and let them know that we're ready for tonight's begin. Come on!
Corners.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the cage aggression amateur bantamweight division, powered by Stand and Protect. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains with Management Jiu-Jitsu, joining us from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Gabriel He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains at Iowa Top Team, joining us from Jensen, Iowa, Jacoby Helmer.
up, great finish.
Set a very fast pace early on.
And right there, we're watching that reverse dump. And here is Vanderlei with some of his striking coming in.
Looked good with his hands, too. Like I said, he's not a one-trick pony, just thinking he's a jiu-jitsu guy. But, you know, again, shout-outs to Helmers, man. He set a very good pace, some hands, some low leg kicks. But Vanderlei did the damn thing once he got on the ground.
See, that previous exchange was where the referee stopped it and they separated. I didn't see anything illegal there either. I was really wondering why they stopped that fight.
Nice trip. Got him on the ground, and this is where the clock started ticking on Helmers.
Yep. He went from being in the half guard to full mount to going right into that triangle.
Very quickly, too. Solid effort from both fighters. Vanderlei.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 26 seconds into round 1, declaring your winner by submission due to triangle choke, Gabriel Vanderlei.
Impressive victory by Gabriel Vanderlei. You will be seeing this young man very soon in the cage.
And another great
All right, here we are. First of all, Gabriel, congratulations coming out and getting another very solid victory. Talk to us real quick. You know, there were a lot of submission attempts there going into it. Why don't you walk us through those last final attempts and as you secured the victory?
Yeah, my striking felt a lot better this time around. He's a little bit shorter than me, so every time he'd come in, I was kind of waiting for the opportunity to guillotine him. That didn't work out too well, but you know, I'm not the happiest with my performance today. I think I can do a lot better than that, and I'd like to show what I can do in the near coming future. I mean, as soon as possible again. I'm ready to go.
Well, you know what? We definitely like you staying ready to go. We've liked everything we've seen so far, and we're definitely looking forward to that next appearance. Anything you want to add to this before we let you get to the locker room?
Yeah, man, I want to thank all my sponsors. Diamond MMA over here, Grip Mouth Guards, Turbo House CBD Company, Vulcan Fight Company, Brookfield Chiropractor, you know, the best sponsors in the game right now. I'm very thankful for my coaches too. My father, Daniel Wanderlei, Coach Joe Nichols. It's been one hell of a camp. It's been great, but I hope to redeem myself on the next one.
Well, congratulations again. The hard work's definitely paid off. You may have been disappointed, but I do believe that performance deserves one more round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner, Gabriel Vanderlei.
Impressive W from that young man.
Where's the Bud Light?
It's missing.
What a mess. Medieval people. Post Malone. Cedric. Dr. Galagos?
Yes, I am.
All right, Bud Light legends. Let's do this.
That's Bud Light here. Bud Light here. Hey, sing it, real man of genius singer.
That's kind of all I do.
Go on, guys. Going up.
High five!
You got it.
Oh! I loved you, man. All right, let's get out of here.
Oh, the Bud Light's back.
Nice.
The Bud Light legend saved the day.
What a way to open the show, ladies and gentlemen. An impressive submission from Mr. Vanderlei as we move on to the second bout of the evening. Spencer Morgan going up against Josiah Molina. Spencer coming to the cage first. Resurgence MMA, Vanderlei Jiu-Jitsu out of Appleton, Wisconsin. Grew up with transitional karate background and loved the sport. Initially just got into it to get fit in a fitness workout, but always loved the competition side of it. Looking forward to a great fight since his debut not too long ago. Feels he has a very, very strong striking base, but grappling has grown so much and should not be overlooked. What are our polls looking like, my good man?
We got Spencer Morgan at 51% and Josiah Molina at 48 and change. So almost a dead even on the polling by the fans. But guys, get in there. If you're at CagedAggression.tv, if you're watching it on pay-per-view, get involved. Let your voice be heard.
Absolutely. We're trying to keep the fans interactive, and as a part of the show, you have any chats, any questions you want to have for Bermas, myself, or the champ here, fire away and participate in these polls just so we can see where your guys' heads at on some of these matchups as Mr. Morgan is in the cage ready to do battle. Awaiting his opponent, Josiah Molina, fighting out of Lions Taekwondo and Iowa top team, Clinton, Iowa, who trains with Mr. Eric Wisely, another competitor, Mr. Jacoby Helmers, who our last fight looks up to. Eric Wisely, a former 155 champ and a UFC vet, was going to go back to the UFC, but the physicians out there found some kind of heart ailment, so he couldn't get back to the UFC. But as an individual who he trains with, Eric Wisely is no joke. Looking to stay out of trouble. That's how he got started in the MMA, looking to stay out of trouble. It's kind of a common theme. We hear that a lot. People get into MMA just to keep themselves out of trouble, which is cool. It was his dad told him to go to school or take up the sport. It looks like he took up the sport. Looking for a fight. Going to be a good test for him. Feels that his stand-up and mental toughness are going to be the decision makers. Looks up to anyone that has the courage to train and fight and put it all on the line. Amen to that. To step in the cage is definitely a testament to people's courage. Started training when he was 14 years of age, so he has been at it for a while. As we bring in fight number 2 on the second night of Caged Aggression Triple Threat. Poll number still holding the same?
Absolutely, and this is a 165-pound bout. Of course, our main event, another 165-pounder. That one for the belt. Very much looking forward to this weight class. Jeff is kind of a pioneer of the lighter weight classes. And, you know, we were talking about 20 years. What have you seen as the biggest developments in those weight classes over that time period?
You know, the ability, I think the way to put the fights together, the punching, the combinations, where you see it's not just striking.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Super Lightweight Division, powered by the QC Sneaker Vault. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 165 pounds. He trains with Resurgence MMA and Vanderlei Jiu-Jitsu. Joining us from Appleton, Wisconsin, Spencer Morgan. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 164 pounds. He trains at Iowa Top Team. Joining us from Clinton, Iowa, Josiah Molina.
Here we go, folks. About ready to get on the good foot and do the bad thing. Spencer Morgan going up against Josiah Molina. Here we go. As the cage door closes, referee's about to call starts the action here. Here we go. Touching up in the middle of the cage. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Spencer starting out with a low leg kick there. Nice straight left from Josiah. Whoa! Slapped him! Slapped him! Right hand, one-hitter quitter. Cancel Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Josiah Molina with a ridiculous first-round knockout of Spencer Morgan.
I love how he does it with that lead hook to swipe it. Swipe that lead hook, fire that straight down the pipe. That was something, that was an impressive shot. It goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning. This new age, building your game plans and sticking with them. Going out there and having an idea. Watching these new fighters be able to come out there and do that, it is so impressive. Watching them build, watching them work on their games, watching them believe in their coaches, believe in their training, having that confidence, the striking, to be able to go out there in those lighter divisions and have everything, the conditioning, the ability to fight from a distance, in close, down on the ground, and you have that power. You got to be able to knock anybody out at any time, right? That's what these guys do, and it's very impressive.
Spencer Morgan just coming to a scary knockout when you see the legs start twitching.
Absolutely, and he was out for a little bit. Again, came in there, 1-2, that second one put him to bed really quick. That had to be under 30 seconds.
That was very fast. I don't know about the records here in Cage Aggression, but that was definitely swift. Mr. Josiah getting paid by the minute tonight. Making very quick work of Spencer Morgan. Didn't even really get a chance to implement any kind of offense. It was over before it started almost. Love to see a replay on that one, my goodness. Vicious, that was a vicious right hand.
And they're still taking their time in the ring, as they should.
Without a doubt.
Fighter safety is of the utmost importance here at Caged Aggression.
Probably very unsure as to what just happened.
Now, when you get a victory like that, you pull one in 90 seconds or less, are you just raring to get back out there?
Oh, you leave him in there and bring somebody else in. That's literally the feeling. Leave me in here and bring somebody else in. I don't necessarily know if he should carry him out like that. That seems kind of a little. Can he get some blood to his head? I'm not a big fan of that, but that's all right.
Yeah, that seems a little bit odd.
That seems a little odd, jostling him around like that when we're trying to get him to. I mean, you can cradle him, maybe a little more common, but just shaking him up.
The fireman's carry was a little bizarre.
Yeah.
First time I've seen that in MMA.
Reminds me of when the late, great Marvin Hagler knocked out Thomas Hearns. One of Thomas Hearns' crew picked him up and carried him like a baby to the corner.
Hey, that's a lot more comfortable than slanging him over the shoulder like a bag of potatoes and just kind of, I'm saying, because he's got to try to figure out how to keep his head up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 11 seconds into round one, declaring your winner by knockout, Josiah Molina.
11 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to check the record books. That could be a record for Caged Aggression.
All right, we're here with your winner, Josiah Molina. Josiah, you know, we've seen from your performances in the past, we know you have those hands. Talk to us about how you set that up, how you found that opening, and came up with that big, convincing knockout victory.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to just everything. I just want to say that I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm humble. It feels good to get a W, but just staying back and being relaxed and just fighting the way that I fight. So just being relaxed and doing what I do.
Yes, sir. Well, you definitely look relaxed in here. Look, you got a great camp over there at Iowa Top Team. Talk to us. What's around the corner? What's in the future? Perfect world for Josiah Molina.
Just staying active and staying out of trouble, doing things for my family and taking care of me and my family. Maybe in May, I don't know. We'll see. But it feels good to be here, and it definitely feels good to get the W for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, I know how you guys do it down there. You always prepare for a war. Kind of a short evening tonight, but that works out. What'd we leave out before I let you get to the celebration?
What was that?
What'd we leave out? Anything you want to add before you get to the celebration?
Just, like I said, thank you to my corners. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to the promoter. Just everybody that's here. None of this could happen without all you guys. So just, like I said, I'm grateful and I'm humble, and it feels good. Thank you to Spencer. Obviously, he's a professional. He showed up, he made the weight, and he was here. So I hope that guy's all right. And obviously, good recovery. Nothing bad happened to him. But I'm definitely going to be at the after party at Ruby's. Mike owes me a shot for sure. But yeah, thank you guys. Let's have a good night. Knockout of the night so far, baby. Let's go.
I was going to say, you definitely made your case early on. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Josiah Molina.
Big wow on that last fight, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Josiah Molina for an impressive 11-second first round knockout. Obviously, our thoughts are with Mr. Spencer Morgan, hoping he is okay as we bring in the ladies. Olivia Piscow up against Gina Williams. Jana Williams, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Jana Williams making her way to the cage first out of Resurgence MMA. Vanderlei BJJ, another Vanderlei student out of Peel, Wisconsin. First started getting into MMA, went to one class and she got hooked, like so many people we've seen coming into the Cage Aggression cage. She's very excited, thinks it's a good matchup, and will be a good challenge. She feels that she's comfortable on the ground and striking from the outside. She's definitely got the length advantage. We'll see if she can apply that to her fight tonight. with some of her influences being Rose Namajunas, who's going to be fighting in the first fight with the open crowd down in Jacksonville. Rose Namajunas is on that card, a title fight. And Amanda Nunes, if you haven't heard of her, she's amazing. Champ. JB, what are we looking at on the polls over here?
Almost dead even. Jenna just outdoing her at 52.5% to 47.5% for Olivia.
We will see if she can use some of that length. She's obviously long and lanky, a tall drink of water, as my auntie used to call him.
And the women definitely delivered last night on the first night of fights.
Yes.
3-rounder, great fight. You know, that one girl's leg looked like mashed potatoes afterward. It was hard to look at.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
But she was out and about right after.
I was about to say, we saw her at the
smiling.
after party walking around like she just, nothing happened.
I couldn't believe it.
Testament to her heart, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Dana Williams getting ready to step into the cage and do a little bit of work. Awaiting her opponent, Olivia Beaskow. Olivia on her way to the battlefield, fighting out of Ironworks Training Center, Bangor, Wisconsin. She got her start wanting to learn a little self-defense. She felt that every woman should know, and she fell in love with it as well. Next thing she knows, she is stepping into the cage. She's grateful to have opponents show up, ready to fight. She said she knows she's put in work in the preparation, but I know I have put in more. I see the fight not going to the judges with my hand raised, so apparently she's looking for a knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Feels that she's strong for her size. Grappling is where she feels she's the most comfortable. A great deal of influences. Shia Ely, Gareth Carlson, John Fitch, Ian Malin. She feels she is the best pound-for-pound female in Wisconsin and looking to turn pro soon. Clearly no shortage of confidence coming out of Olivia Beaskow. We shall see in mere moments who's got what it takes to pick up that precious W.
She seems quite hyped. She literally danced down the runway. So she is feeling this one, smiling, looking to get into that cage. Can't wait for this one.
Abso-smurfly. Olivia Beaskow, Ironworks Training Center, getting ready to step in the cage. Part of me, my mind's still on that last one. My goodness, Josiah. Vicious 11-second knockout. Man, hoping Spencer's okay back there. But this is what happens in the fight game, as we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Women's Amateur Strawweight Division, powered by Baldwin Builders. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 113 pounds. She trains at Resurgence MMA and Vanderlei Jiu-Jitsu. Joining us from Kale, Wisconsin, Jenna Williams. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 115 pounds. She trains at Ironworks Training Center and is sponsored by Pursuit Personal Training, Angry Elf Farms for all your CBD needs, Bella Botanicals, Natural Skincare, Murphy's Farm and Axle, The Likely Spot Bar, Hunter's Last Chance Bar, and Advertising Solutions. Joining us from Bangor, Wisconsin, Olivia Beaskow.
Here we go, getting to see the ladies get down. Champ, what would you say, with Jenna absolutely having the height advantage, what would you have the best advice for her to implement her offense?
Utilize that range from a distance. Make sure you don't take too big of a step in and see how this is going to be close, right?
Ready?
Keep that range game going, and then when you get to the ground, you've got big, long limbs. Open up the guard and start to use them.
Here we go, touching up in the middle of the cage. Jenna with the takedown. I'm sorry, Olivia with the takedown, which is probably going to be her best move. Getting her to the ground.
Already she does a great job of passing the guard on the way down, looking to make sure, just got to make sure she doesn't try to step over that mount too soon. Nothing wrong with controlling the half and staying right there and spladling out a little bit, flatten her out, and controlling the position before trying to jump right in her, but a good takedown right off the bat.
Well, with Jenna Williams training at Vanderlei BJJ, it doesn't, she definitely can do some work on the ground as well, so look out for that.
And Olivia working into kind of a half guard here. looking to step over, which she does, but not quite into side mount position. Still one leg trapped.
Kind of intertwined there.
So you're doing a really good job. They're both in that side position, kind of jockeying for the balance, jockeying for balance, and really doing a good. Like I said, you got to make sure you don't try to go in too deep right off the bat for a submission, because that was all about a position battle right there. Really good job.
In Olivia now in the guard of Jenna.
Goes for the arm.
Definitely going for that arm.
Gets out of it.
Yep.
And then Olivia back into guard. Goes to side control, looks to step
Phenomenal
over and
pass
does.
with a knee slide,
big
right into the
strike.
ground and pound.
Big
Really
right
good
hand,
job.
piecing her up on the ground. Olivia dropping them hands. Yes, unanswered so far from Jenna.
Jenna's still looking to push her away. Doing a good
Going for that
job.
leg, knee bar, heel hook right here.
See, Jenna did a good job. She had to sacrifice the punches to make up for she had to get the guard back. She had to push on that thigh, and that's one of those things. You get pushed in that situation where you got to take a few punches. Now she's rolling for this knee bar.
And it looks like she
she's
might
doing
have
a good
that knee
job
bar.
of trying to get this knee bar. Maybe could turn into a foot lock if it's there, but I'm thinking, again, these two battling for position. Amazing job, both of them, the way that they're sitting there transitioning.
Oh, went for an arm bar there.
Good job on the defense.
Nice defense from Jenna.
Wow, what we're witnessing right now with these two.
Incredible
ground
transitions,
masterpiece.
without a doubt.
And
40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if Jenna can get that arm bar.
She's definitely trying.
Looks like she had to give up on it there. Wow, the scrambles here, the transitions. These girls got game.
And now Jenna on top.
Sprawl that leg out a little bit, but the power.
Nice trip, getting her back down on the ground without a doubt.
Of being able to pick that up and get her down. Great job, both. Wow, position. I love how neither one, they're not over-committing for any one submission, but again, battling, I can't say it enough, the position these two are battling for, back and forth. This is incredible back and
Looking
forth.
for that arm again.
Body chest, body chest.
And one thing you almost never see is one submission countered with another.
Yeah, I mean, the way that they were transitioning, and one thing is, they were never cool with just sitting in the guard or just being in the guard. It was constantly passing,
Absolutely.
moving off to the side. Really good job, both fighters.
Very impressive first round for both fighters. How was our poll looking, Mr. Bermas?
We got Jenna at 52 and change, Olivia at 47 and change, so almost down the middle. And what I'm going to ask is, who won that round? I'd have to say it was Olivia just for the strikes here, for that dominance. But really, you could almost argue either way.
Yeah, it depends on what the judges are looking at.
So many scrambles. I mean, you look at these transitions that we're watching right there, that slick mount. These are those strikes that I was talking about. But again, they were short-lived. She got 3 or 4 clean ones in.
Yeah.
And then she was able to go for that leg, turn it into a knee bar attempt.
One of those things, what's the judges looking at?
Well, and that's it. You have to, like I said, who won that round? We did, because the transitioning back and forth was
There
a
you
lot
go.
of fun to watch.
And there's that arm bar attempt, which was completely slick, and then the defense on it almost as commendable. Ready for round 2.
Both gals still seem gassed up. Nobody looks too fatigued after all those scrambles, man. Low leg kick from Olivia. Trying to go for that takedown once again. She found success in that first round. There she goes, back on the ground.
Really powerful the way she shoots in like that. Jenna can't be too aggressive coming forward, but now again, here we go with the mount. She's got to make that choice. Hold on to that arm, and when she postures up, there you go. Try to shrimp in, get your guard back. Like I said, you got to give up a couple of punches because your hands are down there, pushing on the hips, trying to get your guard back.
Jenna trying to make her way up again, and then another transition to the other side by Olivia, takes her down.
Back down on the ground.
Not quite side control yet, kind of pressed up against the cage.
Jenna doing a good job of keeping those legs tangled up.
She's about to step over again,
go,
which she
full
does.
One more time, this time with the fence to help her so she can pump up and start striking, giving Jenna one way of getting out of here. Getting that right there, got to get that guard back, but she's not sitting up this time, worried about punching, maybe going for an arm over, controlling the position and keeping that for a longer time. There you go now.
And landing big strikes right
Pot
now.
shots on the punches and make sure you keep that position. Really make a choice for the judges. You steal this round. Take this round, sorry, not steal it.
Well, yeah, she's definitely pointing up with those strikes on top, but Jenna is definitely resilient with her ground game here.
Yep, looking for a little bit of a heel at one point, but again, Olivia's holding the positions, which I can't state enough how important that is, keeping that position, not sitting up and overthrowing your punches and making it easier for her to move out from underneath the bottom. Controlling and holding this position, knees back into the mount. Really good job by both, like I said, not just sitting there and absorbing shots, but constantly trying to move, constantly trying to get the guard back, constantly trying to pass the guard.
Absolutely.
Really good fight right here.
Both fighters doing a great job attempting to advance position. You got Olivia still on top, pounding away at the rib cage here of Jenna.
Trying to turn around and then another step over, but that cage is going to stop. And right here, Jenna's trying to push off the cage to scoot out of there, but what do you think? Is she going to be able to do that, Jens?
I don't know, because Olivia's doing a really good job of just being really heavy and holding the position. Like, she'll get up and move really quick, move fast, and then boom, hunker down like a wrestler, and all of a sudden become 225 pounds and hold it, make it really tough, you know. But again, Jenna's doing a great job of tying up those legs and constantly moving in, trying to get half guard, getting full guard, and trying to get out. She's doing a great job. It's a really good fight, these two.
Well, at the same time, like you said, taking a lot of shots from Olivia. She's tried to advance position. We'll see once again if it goes to the judges. If those will be.
There she goes. On top.
And there she goes, getting some strikes in.
Getting the back of Olivia, trying to get the back. Whoa!
She wants to see that go off that
slipped off.
Armbar, or maybe slip off. Oh, just a little bit of time, but again, is she doing enough at the end to steal that round? I don't think so.
Close.
But you can tell at least the direction that she's going. These two, I'm going to keep saying it, this is a great fight back and forth.
It is.
And it almost looked like at the end there she was going for some type of crucifix position. Didn't quite have the time to drag her to the ground. I think she does need a finish. I think Jenna's going to need a finish. I think Olivia's up 2 rounds to none. I could be wrong.
Has our poll numbers changed as the fight has advanced?
Still almost dead even with Jenna just edging it out, but I'd have to say the judges' scorecards are probably a bit different. We're watching some of the action on the replay, and you're seeing some body work there by Olivia and some of these awkward ground transitions. Again, Olivia, on top of her, but not in a mounted position, with her back to the cage, scrambling around.
She's doing a really good job of holding the position she's getting stuck in. Because of Jenna's scrambling and creating scrambles, she's striking in the right, strike, hold, strike, move. She's doing a really good job of holding these awkward positions.
When Olivia's done a good job, like you said, Champ, of staying heavy, not letting her really breathe so much to be able to implement her own ground offense.
Yeah, Jenna's got to utilize a good, strong jab. Maybe, keep that range. Don't let her get inside.
Nice shot to the midsection from Olivia. Going for that takedown again. She's finding success with those takedowns.
And that's really the problem. She doesn't have much of a sprawl.
No, not a lot of takedown defense.
Looking sprawl a lot. Change the level just a little bit. Kick those legs back as hard as you can. And sometimes, they're too apt to jump down for that guillotine. And then what happens when the guillotine doesn't land? Now you have Olivia coming out to the side, sitting on one leg and taking the position.
Jenna's still very active from the bottom. Maybe looking
Absolutely.
for a triangle going into control position.
Little rubber guard going.
Little rubber guard with the arm in.
There she goes.
Getting some shots
Get
from
some
the
points
bottom.
down while you're down there, Jenna.
She's got about 2 minutes to get the finish, in my opinion, or this is going to go the other way.
You think Jenna needs a finish right here?
I would say she probably needs a finish. Again, Olivia's been very, very dominant in staying on top, getting the strikes in when you can. Right now, Jenna doing a good job of locking up that right leg, but at some point she's going to get out. Some point she's going to pass. Whether she's in side control or full mount, it'll be there.
Got a key lock or Kimura going there.
Oh, she goes. She's going to take it all the way back behind with the power. Nice job.
Lost it there, looks like, yeah.
Losing the balance. She's actually trying to go that way, which is kind of weird. Again, standing up and pulling it towards you and then cranking behind the back. But, again, the way that Olivia's moving around and just controlling the position, and see what I'm saying? She's not too apt about throwing punches all the time and getting herself, holding the position, throwing a couple little punch shots here and there, but position dominant. I'm loving it.
Sticking to her like glue.
Yep. And she did a really good job of putting her knee on Jenna's right arm as she made that transition to step over for full mount right now. About a minute left, full mount riding her. This is about the most dominant full mount she's had from the center of the cage. Jenna not going to have as much room to push off of and get her leverage.
Here comes another
triangle going
to a triangle. A la since Khabib did it to Gaethje, everybody just spinning these off. I love it. Counted
And
a
there it
different
is.
way of getting it right
Oh,
here.
she got
Gonna
that
sit
arm
down,
over.
taking it across.
Now she transitioned to a triangle armbar.
There
Jenna
it
trying to
is.
push her back with her leg. Not being that successful. Trying to extend that arm right now. Tough to see if she's going to get it.
This
Doesn't look like it.
round here, I think, is going to be the difference maker for Olivia, or for this fight, favoring Olivia.
Again, tough to see.
Pop up right there. Now you've got the mount. You can start to strike right there a little bit.
She's trying for a mounted triangle. Doesn't look like she quite has the position. Jenna has her head turned in the right position.
10 seconds left. Great fight, great effort, great fight from these ladies.
And there it is, the triangle position. I don't think
Really,
she's got
dude.
enough time.
Wow, an
Not
incredible.
enough
Oh, wow, these two. I mean, the grit of Jenna to be able to stay in there, and again, the taller fighter, but constantly battling out of every one of these situations. Olivia putting her in constantly bad situations, but wow, she looked impressive, very strong, very powerful, but Jenna kept battling out of it, you know what I mean? Because you're never really out of it until the fight is over. You're
Yeah.
always just one punch, one move away to getting that submission. And that's the one, very game what you were trying to do.
Without a doubt, the scrambles, the transitions, these girls were going at it tonight.
And we're going to soon make it official on the judges' cards, but I got to believe Olivia edged that one out.
I do believe you are correct, Mr. Bermas. We shall share. Yeah, that was exciting, man. That was definitely. I could see some fight of the night there. Well, it depends. We still have a lot of green left on the matchups tonight, but that was a good fight.
Just so awesome to see high-level groundwork,
Without a
especially
doubt.
from the women.
Yeah.
You know, there's something that wasn't around 20 years ago in MMA,
Yeah.
and something that you've seen develop a lot over the last 10 years. First really adopted big time by larger organizations like Strikeforce and then Bellator, and then, of course, the UFC. But you're seeing high-level jiu-jitsu and ground game in organizations like Caged Aggression now, and these women are top tier.
Yeah, especially for they're just getting started. And the way, that fight right there, the back and forth, the transitions, all of it, it was a lot of fun to watch. And it was a great fight.
That's that body chest, man. I mean, it was really cool.
I like that body chest. I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. All three judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Olivia Biscow.
Ladies brought their A game tonight.
All right, come on over here, Olivia. All right, we're here with your winner in her promotional debut, Olivia Biscow. Olivia, first of all, congratulations on such a tough fight. You ladies came out and certainly made your case for fight of the night early on. Talk to us a little bit about that fight, some of those moments, because there was a lot of back and forth and a lot of really nice looking scrambles. Some of those submissions looked pretty tight.
Yeah, you know, I want to give my opponent like the biggest shout out ever, because it's hard to find fights right now for female MMA in the lighter divisions, and she knew what she was up against, and she obviously saw something that she could beat, and she came out here and freaking worked me. I was very impressed. I'm proud of her. I was a little more rigid than I'd like to be, wasn't feeling it as much on my feet, and I've been really working there. Got things to improve on, but we got the job done tonight.
Now, how much of a problem was the difference in height for you tonight?
You know, I'm a little person, so I'm used to all my opponents and most of my teammates all being bigger than me. So it was a factor that, you know, you had to think about it, but that's the fun part about this game is no opponent's going to be the exact same. You're going to have problems to solve. I didn't feel like her height was too much of an issue because I could tell I was more strong and powerful, even though she's pretty tough for as tall as she is.
Well, I heard you mentioning that you guys represented and put it down for Wisconsin MMA. What else do you want to let the crowd know before we let you get to the celebration?
You know, this sport is one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. It's brought so many awesome people into my life on this journey. I have a lot of family and friends supporting me here now and out watching on pay-per-view. And I just love the support I get. I love the support I give back. I think we're an awesome combination with these people in my corner. I can go anywhere. So I'm hoping to make my pro debut coming up sometime before the end of this year. And time to start scrapping for real, man.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing where the path takes you. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Piscow.
Hey Cage Aggression fans, don't miss out on the official after party at Ruby's Beers, Bikes, and Brats, east on 3rd Street. You get the chance to hang out with the top MMA fighters while enjoying the endless draft selection Ruby's has to offer. Are you hungry? If so, Ruby's Kitchen will be open late, serving you the best brats, burgers, brat burgers, and tacos.
All right, River Center. Anyone who's familiar with the Caged Aggression event knows that we like to give back, and we're very excited to be able to give back to our giving nature tonight. I want you all to give a warm round of applause. I'm going to bring up a good friend of mine, color commentary, Jason Bermas. Come on up, Jason.
How you doing, brother? How you doing, Caged Aggression fans? Are you having a good time?
Yeah!
Well, how many of you would like some free swag from our lovely ring card girls? If you see them out in front, I think they're going to come up in here. Let's give it up for Serena. And Dot. And Jessica. So guys, make some noise, and one of these lovely young ladies is going to throw some swag your way, Caged Aggression style. Are you ready? Make that noise! Come on, give it up for him, guys. Let's hear it. We got a couple more to give, guys. We got some gloves. Here they come. Yeah, there we go. All right, one more shirt to go. Give it up. One more bit. Guys, I hope you love the rest of the fights tonight. And remember, we're doing it all again tomorrow as a part of this very special 3-night event. Give it up for the girls one more time.
Jason Bermas, the hype man for Caged Aggression MMA, hanging with the girls, tossing on a little bit of swag. As we move into the next bout of the evening, Felipe Martinez going up against Andrew. Get some free love. Gotta love that name right there. Felipe Martinez making his way to the cage first, fighting out of Ironworks Training Center in Arcadia, Wisconsin. Always wanted to get into the cage and scrap. One day he just woke up and said, let's do it. Carpe diem out this mug. Looking for a good matchup. Hope to get the chance to show all of his skills and his work. Feels that his strengths are his boxing, his Muay Thai, his wrestling. Looks up to his coaches, teammates, all of his supporters. 7-0 as an amateur, 1-1 as a pro. Let's see if he can do what he needs to do to pick up the W tonight. Back to the broadcast station, Jason Bermas. Jason, that was nice work, my friend.
Well, thank you, sir. It's nothing better than being in there with some lovely ladies and handing out the swag to the fans and gearing up for, we're not even, what this fight and then the next one, and then we're halfway through this.
This is the
big
halfway.
event.
This is the halfway, yeah. And then we're going to have a short intermission. And then the rest of our fights, including the co-main event, Ali Omar versus Mike Damakis, and of course, our championship main event, Brandon, the highlight reel Jenkins going up against Aaron Mitchell. Looking forward to it, man.
And I'm not even talking about just halfway tonight, folks.
Oh, yeah.
There's another night of
We
fights.
got another day. What's our poll looking like, my friend?
53% and change for Felipe Martinez and 46 and change for Andrew Freelove.
Once again, scored a half and half. As Felipe gets the final inspection from the referee before he steps onto the battlefield to face Mr. Andre Gitsam Freelove.
It's good to see the youth coming out for some classics like this one, 21 plus years old now.
Mimicking a little bit of the Showtime kick there, bouncing off the cage. Let's see if he can do some of that tonight as Andrew Freelove makes his way into the cage. United States Marine Semper Fi. He's looking for fight of the night. He feels his intensity and his pressure will be the deciding factors. Looks up to the late and great, marvelous Marvin Hagler. Looking forward to this one, gentlemen. As all of them, of course.
Great walkout to a great last name.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to talk about the classics? This one's like 40 years old.
Simplify across his chest. I don't know. I get a feeling that the judges can maybe go to the bathroom on this one. I don't know if they're going to be needed.
Well, I don't know if anything's going to top an 11-second knockout, but I am looking forward to fireworks. We've seen nothing less tonight.
Coming out to the cage, to Blake Builder, who was a part of our co-main event last night, put on an incredible performance, dominant victory over Kane Luger, another game fighter from Caged Aggression. Referee doing his final inspections before Mr. Free Love steps into the cage to get on the good foot to do the bad thing. Here we go. Free Love. I'm sorry. Yeah, Free Love.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Featherweight Division, powered by Squirrel's Tree Service. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 146 pounds. He trains at Ironworks Training Center and is sponsored by the Lounge Barber Shop and San Juan Mexican Store. Joining us from Arcadia, Wisconsin, Felipe Martinez. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. He trains at Subfighter MMA and is sponsored by Massage Matters, Elemental Fit Meals, Our Life CBD, and One Last Round Clothing. Joining us from Downey, California, Andrew Get Some Free Love.
Free Love is locked and loaded, hasn't taken his eyes off Martinez.
Not 1 minute. I was going to say Free Love. You're crazy.
Lot of energy. Lot of energy.
Free Love looking to give some free love here to Mr. Martinez. Touching up in the middle of the cage. Here we go. Looks like Free Love's got that length advantage. Hopefully he can utilize that.
Martinez stepping in with a leg kick, gets caught.
Check that calf kick. Just come back with the right leg. Free Love's already switched stance up once.
Free Love with a little body kick in and out. Another leg kick by Martinez. Head kick attempt by Martinez, just a little short and blocked by Free Love.
Free Love on the move there, keeping his head moving.
Martinez is really all feet right now. That's the first time to use his hands.
Absolutely.
And, you know, right now he is doing a good job of keeping his distance. Free Love really trying to find where he's going to be able to get that range.
Another nice leg kick.
Another nice leg kick.
Slow him down a little bit. Another leg kick.
Takes a left right in the process after he takes the kick. Liver kick by Free Love.
Both fighters clearly showing respect for each other's hands, not wanting to do anything reckless to get himself slept.
There you go again.
Nice
Good
left
left hand for Free Love. And that's the one thing I like to see Free Love. He could stand up a little bit and utilize beat. You're the taller fighter, be the taller fighter. You drop it down and hunker down like that. You know what I mean? Playing into Martinez's size. Get up there and throw that. But again, when he goes into lefty versus righty, the circling nice
takedown
by Martinez. Good trip.
Martinez in full guard, being pulled in.
Some kind of ground game Mr. Get Some Free Love's got in his repertoire.
Free Love looks like he's trying to push off with that right leg. Not a lot of success yet. Now with him on the ground, does he want to scoot his back to the cage to try to get up, Jens, or is there another way?
Well, you can tell he's trying to open. I don't know if he's going to go for the go-go a little bit, plot it. The one thing, like, see, Martinez got to make sure he starts moving and improving position before he realizes he's in a bad position.
There it is.
Yep,
which
there
is
it is.
100% what Free Love is doing right now. That's it. Open those legs up. Active guard. Martinez needs to move. And see, he's still stuck. I know his arm's in a bad position.
And that was the problem. When he got down there, he was trying to control. He's got to be careful where he's at. Start trying to move and get out of there.
Did a good job.
Slipped out there. Ooh, nice right hand from
now
Martinez.
He needs to start throwing those right hands and start moving out of here because, again, once he opens up his guard, Freelove's doing a really good job of hip to hip, side to side, getting out of there, creating movement. Martinez, again, get a little more active.
Freelove's definitely trying to work his ground game there. Both fighters back to their feet.
Freelove pops right back up.
Leg kick there from Martinez, tying up in the middle of the cage here.
I feel like Freelove's just a little too close when he's throwing those feints. He's not at the right distance.
I'd like him to keep him at the end of the whip, you know what I mean? That's the one thing is, and if you look at it, the one thing with Martinez is throwing it overhand right. It's almost like he's short. Freelove has short punches. He needs to keep him at the end of that whip, snapping that towel, pop, 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 utilize that range and not allow Martinez to get inside, because when he does, obviously he takes him down and he throws those hooks. He's doing the correct thing. I keep staring at the righty versus lefty. Straight righty beats the lefty. I hate to say it as a lefty, but you know what I mean? And a straight left beats a righty. So one of the things is right here when he's in this stance, who's going to step their foot outside and who's circling that direction, firing that straight right or that straight left.
A little over a minute to go in this round. Oh, that one caught him on the chin. But with the end of the foot, didn't quite get him with the heel.
Followed up with that right hand.
Had he caught him with the heel, and had it been a little bit higher up, that could have been lights out.
That could have been some sweet chin music to go sleepy time.
But he's doing a great job because he threw 1-2 punch and then finished with the rear leg. That's one of those things. Throw the combination, finish with the kick, circle outside, and that's, again, capitalize on Freelove, dropping down to your level. He has the range and the reach, and he's not utilizing it.
Martinez slipped that counter shot.
Right into an uppercut when he went for a jumping, Freelove went for a jumping knee, and Martinez hits him with an uppercut.
Very wild with that knee.
That's what you want to see, like you're talking about, champ, keeping at the end of those.
And that one actually looks like it stung him a little bit.
A little bit.
See, now that's what I like. Staying there, keeping those long punches, snapping way out there. Double jab, right hand, stepping outside, throwing a kick. Be the longer fighter.
10 seconds left. Freelove catching him with a little bit of a right. Knee.
Nice takedown once again.
Takedown by Martinez. I'd say that takedown probably solidified the round for Martinez.
I would say so.
Still a close round.
Without a doubt. It looked like kind of towards the end there, Freelove was starting to do what you're saying, champ, keeping his opponent on the end of those punches, utilizing his length a little bit more than he was at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, you know, a lot of half punches. If you go, you can watch it. He kind of a lot of half punches, shorten it up. But that's the deal is Martinez, he wants this distance closed. You're helping him out, right? Stepping straight up and down and snapping those punches out and making him try to figure out how he's going to get inside there and then utilizing. And that's one thing. See, Martinez right here, he's doing a good job. See, catch him with the left, right, good combination. But you see how he's hunkered down? I like to see him utilize those long reads. He can reach it from so far away. Yes. Martinez is doing a good job circling, exploding, getting inside, feinting, doing what he can to get inside.
Yes, sir. A lot of versatility in the strikes of Martinez, too, in his old offensive game, from takedowns, leg kicks, punches. Pulling out the full repertoire tonight.
Let's see if Freelove can adjust.
He's ready to go. Boys are ready to scrap.
Body kick by Freelove.
Starting out a little too close once again.
Good job on the defense. Martinez does a great job trying to snatch that leg up right there. There you go. Let's see the combination. Double jab, left hand, double jab, left hand, set up the leg. Martinez makes sure he's circling outside that leg kick, but he's got to have his hands up. When he throws the kicks, he's eating a punch in the process.
Yep.
Or getting taken down.
Well, Martinez did land that kick, but he ate a big right for it.
The trade, right? The trade off.
Got him in the plum there a little bit, about ready to start delivering some knees, I believe.
Martinez doing a good job of getting his hands in between those knees right now. There's a knee from Martinez, lands a little bit low, but on the side, definitely not in the direction of the groin.
Of the Gibblies.
Martinez trying to turn him around. Freelove did a good job pushing him back into the cage and backing off. Good right by Freelove.
Looks like Freelove starting to be a little bit more comfortable staying outside not letting Martinez close that gap.
He's finding that range a lot better off, and you can tell it's giving Martinez a little trouble. What I'd like Martinez to do right now, fight down, put those combinations together, but come forward. He's got to come forward and, again, circle, and step inside and land that shot. Pick on that lead hand. Start smacking that lead hand down again. Lead hook, come back with your right hand. Vice versa, same thing for Freelove. Where's that lead hook? And then come back with that long left. Smack the hand down, give him something to look at, and then blast. Combo it up a little bit.
Yeah, when I'm looking at Martinez right now, you're seeing some hand feints, but you're not seeing a 1-2. You're not seeing any body work from the hands. And I think that if he was doing that, he would open up those leg kicks a little more. He's leading with that leg kick almost every time.
Yep, throwing a leg kick and then not setting it, then there's nothing. So he's just trying to throw a leg kick and then he's trying to get out, right? And that's the one thing is come in with the 2 punches.
Dropped him! Vicious left hand! Dropped! Freelove! Referee calls a stop to the action in the second round. Andrew Freelove getting dropped from Felipe Martinez with a vicious left hand back to his feet, congratulating his opponent. Wow.
And we kept saying it. Freelove was getting way too close. He was not keeping that distance, and it only took one big hook on the inside from Martinez to say night, night.
Right into that left. Literally coming inside, literally headbutting. He ran in, too aggressive, jumped in, again, hunkering down, being at his level, and not utilizing, and he ran right into that punch.
Here it is again on the replay. Let's watch. Boom! He stepped it right into that. Watch it again. He literally steps into it as he goes down. Boom! You see him coming forward and then immediately going backwards.
That's almost identical from James Gunn and Luis Martinez last night, but with Martinez James.
Martinez had to leap in though. This guy wasn't coming forward like he just did. Oh, they cut it on the replay.
It happened to be a right last night, but this is a left tonight. Vicious one-hitter quitter, man, putting it close out to this matchup between Andrew Freelove and Felipe Martinez.
You know, especially with Martinez, you know, definitely has the power, did a good job at beating the lankier fighter. What would you say to him as a coach, Jens? What does he need to do to improve his game and take it to the next level now that he's in the pros?
You know, you've got the power, throw the punches, combination, dig to the body. You're the shorter fighter. We got to get inside. Circle, get inside, throw those circles, finish with the leg kick, you know, things like that. You love to do the leg kick. Really
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bruce Allen, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds into round 2, declaring your winner by knockout, Felipe Martinez.
He dealt with some adversity. He was dealing with
All right, first of all, congratulations on your tough-earned victory. Your opponent, Andrew, you know, he didn't do anything to hand you that fight. Talk about how it feels, you know, in a fight where, you know, possibly you were down on the scorecards and coming up with a big finish for the win, Felipe.
I don't think I was down in the scorecards, but, you know, I handled him pretty well in the first round. Heads off to him, you know. This is a hard sport, and you got to take everything out of you to be able to show up for who you truly are. You know, either you give up or you keep fucking fighting, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, look, I want to know anywhere we can follow you, anyone interested in learning more about Felipe Martinez, where can they go? What can they expect next?
I'm here representing my team of Ironworks, my family of Ironworks Training Center. I'm here representing my Arcadia family, mi gente latina. Mi gente latina, ¿dónde están? Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Felipe Martinez Dones. Expect a lot out of me, man. I just came out of a loss, but we in this, baby. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, so let's go.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. We got your replay up here. If you don't mind, why don't you walk us through the last few minutes and talk about some of your handiwork once we get it up there.
I've been telling myself all night, you know, I'm a fucking sniper tonight. I'm a sniper. I knew that he was a southpaw, and I knew that, you know, we were going to be... I've been working a lot on my stand-up, switching it up, and I was waiting for that. I was just leading him into that, my left hand. I know that's my powerful hand, so that's what she wrote.
Well, look, your team Ironworks, they're representing the night. They're racking up wins on the weekend. I want the crowd here at the River Center. Let's hear it one more time for your winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Felipe Martinez.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the halftime mark of night number 2. Gentlemen, not only was night number 1 spectacular, we have started the second night. Gabriel Vanderlei with the first round submission, absolutely impressive, followed up by Joseph Molina's 11-second knockout of Spencer Morgan. Shout out to him. I hope he is okay. Man, Jenna Williams and Olivia Biscow, what was that? That was an amazing fight, a human chess match between these two ladies.
Yeah, I was a real fan of that fight because a lot of back and forth, a lot of position control, not throwing too many punches, but trying to improve positions from the mount to the back. It was a really good fight.
Absolutely. Bermas, what are your thoughts about the ladies getting down tonight?
You know, it's not only one of those fights where you get to say, wow, look at these high-level women. Wow, look at this high-level ground fighting. You know, those that want to say, oh, it's lay and pray, it's boring. That was not lay and pray. That was not boring. That was top-level MMA on the ground, and the ladies brought it to us.
Well, and if you know what you're looking at, again, that was a human chess match, and that was so impressive from both fighters. Felipe Martinez scoring an incredible one-hitter quitter knockout against Andrew Freelove. Both fighters game in that fight. It seemed like just as Freelove was starting to kind of get his reins, like you were saying, Martinez came in there and closed the show.
You know, and that's what I always say, this 84% of all knockouts happen. I don't know if I'm right, but I love this number. 84% of all knockouts happen when both fighters are in close and throwing punches. And that was the one thing right there. Freelove needed to make sure that your hands are up, your chin is down. Martinez was able to capitalize and caught him in between the two punches, split him right between the hands.
A great night so far, ladies and gentlemen, and buckle up. Post-intermission, not that the first fights weren't good enough, because they absolutely were. We're looking at a tremendous co-main event. Ali Omar going up against Mike DeMakis, and our championship closing main event
Spin
tonight.
to win.
Brandon Spin to Win Jenkins going up against Aaron Mitchell. Again, we talked in the opening segment there, champ. This is not Brandon's original opponent. Aaron Mitchell has stepped in on very short notice. So again, how does that weigh on a fighter, having another fighter that you prepared for be replaced and have to adapt in such a short period of time?
Well, that's number one. While we go in there, we're ready to fight. We have our offense. We have our game plan. We know what we're going to do. Now you just got to utilize it. Forget what they can do. Everybody punches. Everybody kicks. Everybody can do these things. So you still have to go out there and impose your will. Doesn't matter who you're fighting, because you've already said yes. You're going to step in there, bite down, and let's go.
Well, fighters are just ready to fight and take it no matter where it can go. But is there not a certain role of, once you've researched a fighter, recognizing certain tendencies that you might be able to exploit?
Of course there is, and that's one of the things. But now you got to go out there and force those tendencies. Go out there and look for that with the feint. Go out there and look for their reactions. Get those hands move up and down. Start to circle a little bit, in and out. Do the things that you were going to do regardless. Fight your fight.
Absolutely. Bermas, any closing statements on what we've seen so far and what we're looking forward to with night 2 of this epic historic event?
I just can't wait for Brandon Jenkins, man. The guy seems so unassuming, so happy. As I was sitting there talking about how much I couldn't wait to see him, he literally walked by, grabbed me by the arm, smiled. Those are the types of fighters I like. So again, main event, I can't wait. I hope you can't wait at home either. CagedAggression.tv, doing it again 3 nights in a row. How badass is this?
Abso-smurfly. And of course, Brandon Jenkins is known as the human highlight reel, but in our opening segment, Jens comes up based off of Brandon's most incredible performance against a hugely game fighter, Jordan Hinman, that spinning, devastating elbow with the first round of that last fight. The spin to win.
Spin to win. It's spin to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. We are about to get ready to jump into phase 2 of night 2 with, like you said many times, Bermas, with another night to go. We are bringing the pain, but that is, of course, what Caged Aggression MMA does. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've only just begun.
All right, fight fans, welcome back from our intermission. Don't forget, when the lights go out here tonight, the after party and our performance awards ceremony will be held at Ruby's, not too far away. That's here. Once the lights go out tonight over at Ruby's, join us for our after party. And don't forget, we still have one more night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more night to go. We have a ton of title fights lined up for you tomorrow night, and of course, all the action that you've come to expect from Caged Aggression MMA. Don't forget, head over to CagedAggression.tv for details on how you can witness history.
Back from our intermission, here we are with a professional scrap going down between Jordan Schulte and Brant Cooper at the 155 mark. We're going for the 155 strap. Both of these individuals have given up titles to participate in this event. Jordan Schulte vacating his welterweight title. Brant Cooper vacating his lightweight title to go ahead and go for that 155 Caged Aggression Pro strap. As Schulte makes his way to the cage, fighting out of Chosen Few, Madison, Wisconsin. Got into MMA through wrestling. We've heard that plenty of times. Both fighters, he feels he respects his opponent. Both are gamers. He feels his difference maker is going to be consistency and passion. Looks up to his coach, Troy, and he has a love for fighting he's never seen. Short, he recognizes he's short, but has been as active as possible. Looking forward to this one, man. Both these guys giving up their amateur straps to go for the big gold. In your division, champ, 155.
Got it. Hey, I love it. Yeah, 20 years later.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, look at the size of him, though. Looking big.
Crazy.
I love that he gave up that belt. Now he's ready to go out there and take another one. I'm excited to see him fight. Just when you see certain people just walk out, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what he does. You know what I mean?
Well, and we talked recently on our recent episode of Everything Combat, champ. You know, nothing, take away anybody who's won a lightweight title, whether you're the 21st or the 25th. Some might remember your name, but they always remember the first lightweight champion.
First, and they'll always go look it up. Not to mention that, every time, like I said, I'm a proud godfather of the division. Everybody's like, what? I go, I created the 155-pound division.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know, and today, it stands as one of the most premier divisions. I'd say 155 and 170.
It's as big as it is. And
Murderers Row.
With the fights and stuff like that, you know, with all these big fights coming out for me, everybody, 155 is literally taking center stage.
Here we go, Brant the Beast Cooper from Wildside MMA out of Moline, Illinois. Got into MMA because of a bet between some friends, interesting enough. What are his thoughts on the matchup? Tough, solid opponent, good matchup, new face, same case. I love that. Feeling the result is going to be the same of all of his fights. Hey, there's your boy over there, Bermas.
You want to talk about short? There's Jordan Trowers. I think he comes in at about 5'7", and he's a heavyweight. And boy, did he put on the show yet again last night.
Man.
2 successful outings in Caged Aggression. I can't wait to follow his career. And you know what? Big surprise, he got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Guy continues to smile.
The happy man, happy man. Obviously stoked to see his guy step into the cage here. Brant Cooper making his way into the cage. Brant the Beast. Again, both of these guys vacating their titles, their respective weight class. Jordan Schulte, the welterweight title. Brant Cooper, the lightweight title, stepping here to get the 155 Caged Aggression Pro strap.
He's a bowling ball. Schulte is a bowling ball.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much fat on that guy, huh? What do you think about 1-2%, gents?
Yeah, but I'm saying the way that fighting-wise, I don't see him sitting there playing the range game in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't look like, when you're looking at him, it looks like fire back and fire in with the wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And now as I'm watching Schulte here, the way he's coming by, I'm seeing more of the size.
Cooper.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm staring at Schulte. And
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Lightweight Division, powered by McCarl Family Racing. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 156 pounds. He trains with the Chosen Few Gym and is sponsored by L2 Fitness, Dustin Breedlow Tattoo, S&B Tubing, and CBD American Shaman. Joining us from Madison, Wisconsin, J.T. Schulte. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 158 pounds. He trains at Wildside Combat Center and is sponsored by Yabba Dabba's House of Glass, Mac Fitness and Nutrition, Bloom Hemp CBD, Vital Proteins, Balanced Chiropractic, Whiteout Promotions, and Say Uncle Photography. Joining us from Clarksville, Tennessee, Brant the Beast Cooper.
Okay, real quick when he finished with Cooper. Sorry, I was saying Schulte because I was still talking about Schulte, but Cooper coming in 6 feet. He's like, that's the 155-pound norm these days. Crazy size.
Insane, yeah. Cooper has got his game face locked and loaded, ready to scrap. Let's see what we got going on here. Brent the Beast Cooper and JT Schulte starts right now. Cooper starting out with an inside leg kick there. Doubling it up. Schulte's got that quadzilla shit going on, pardon me.
I like how he throws the punches, get inside again. Getting inside, utilize your hands to do it.
All right, fight fans, welcome back from our intermission. Don't forget, when the lights go out here tonight, the after party and our performance awards ceremony will be held at Ruby's, not too far away. That's here. Once the lights go out tonight over at Ruby's, join us for our after party. And don't forget, we still have one more night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more night to go. We have a ton of title fights lined up for you tomorrow night, and of course, all the action that you've come to expect from Caged Aggression MMA. Don't forget, head over to cagedaggression.tv for details on how you can witness history.
Back from our intermission, here we are with a professional scrap going down between Jordan Schulte and Brent Cooper at the 155 mark. We're going for the 155 strap. Both of these individuals have given up titles to participate in this event. Jordan Schulte vacating his welterweight title, Brent Cooper vacating his lightweight title to go ahead and go for that 155 Caged Aggression Pro strap. As Schulte makes his way to the cage, fighting out of Chosen Few, Madison, Wisconsin. Got into MMA through wrestling. We've heard that plenty of times. Both fighters, he feels he respects his opponent. Both are gamers. He feels his difference maker is going to be consistency and passion. Looks up to his coach, Troy, and he has a love for fighting he's never seen. Short, he recognizes he's short, but has been as active as possible. Looking forward to this one, man. Both these guys giving up their amateur straps to go for the big gold. In your division, champ, 155.
Got it. Hey, I love it. Yeah, 20 years later.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, look at the size of him, though. Looking big.
Crazy.
I love that he gave up that belt. Now he's ready to go out there and take another one. I'm excited to see him fight. Just when you see certain people just walk out, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what he does. You know what I mean?
Well, and we talked recently on our recent episode of Everything Combat, champ. You know, nothing, take away anybody who's won a lightweight title, whether you're the 21st or the 25th. Some might remember your name, but they always remember the first lightweight champion.
First, and they'll always go look it up. Not to mention that, every time, like I said, I'm a proud godfather of the division. Everybody's like, what? I go, I created the 155-pound division.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know, and today, it stands as one of the most premier divisions. I'd say 155 and 170.
It's as big as it is. And
Murderers Row.
With the fights and stuff like that, you know, with all of these big fights coming out from me, everybody, 155 is literally taking center stage.
Here we go, Brent the Beast Cooper from Wildside MMA out of Moline, Illinois. Got into MMA because of a bet between some friends, interesting enough. What are his thoughts on the matchup? Tough, solid opponent, good matchup, new face, same case. I love that. Feeling the result is going to be the same of all of his fights. Hey, there's your boy over there, Bermas.
You want to talk about short? There's Jordan Trowers. I think he comes in at about 5'7", and he's a heavyweight. And boy, did he put on the show yet again last night.
Man.
2 successful outings in Caged Aggression. I can't wait to follow his career. And you know what? Big surprise, he got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Guy continues to smile.
The happy man. Obviously stoked to see his guy step into the cage here. Brent Cooper making his way into the cage. Brent the Beast. Again, both of these guys vacating their titles, their respective weight class. Jordan Schulte, the welterweight title. Brent Cooper, the lightweight title, stepping here to get the 155 Caged Aggression Pro strap.
He's a bowling ball. Schulte is a bowling ball.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much fat on that guy, huh? What do you think about 1-2%, gents?
Yeah, but I'm saying the way that fighting-wise, I don't see him sitting there playing the range game in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't look like, when you're looking at him, it's looking like fire back and fire in with the wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And now as I'm watching Schulte here, the way he's coming by, I'm seeing more of the size.
Cooper.
Look, I mean, sorry, I'm staring at Schulte. And
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Lightweight Division, powered by McCarl Family Racing. Introducing first, Fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 156 pounds. He trains with the Chosen Few Gym and is sponsored by L2 Fitness, Dustin Breedlow Tattoo, S&B Tubing, and CBD American Shaman. Joining us from Madison, Wisconsin, J.T. Schulte. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 158 pounds. He trains at Wildside Combat Center and is sponsored by Yabba Dabba's House of Glass, Mac Fitness and Nutrition, Bloom Hemp CBD, Vital Proteins, Balanced Chiropractic, Whiteout Promotions, and Say Uncle Photography. Joining us from Clarksville, Tennessee, Brent the Beast Cooper.
Okay, real quick when we finish with Cooper. Sorry, I was saying Schultz. I was still talking about Schultz, but Cooper coming in 6 feet. He's like, that's the 155-pound norm these days. Crazy size.
Insane, yeah. Cooper has got his game face locked and loaded, ready to scrap. Let's see what we got going on here. Brent the Beast Cooper and JT Schulte starts right now. Cooper starting out with an inside leg kick there. Doubling it up. Schulte's got that quadzilla shit going on, pardon me.
I like how he throws the punches to get inside again. Getting inside, utilize your hands to do it. Make sure, don't just come charging in without something. Nice kick by Cooper. The range, he's already starting to find it, the inside leg kick, setting him up, utilizing that 6-foot frame, throwing that jab and keeping him out there.
Big slam from Schulte. Couldn't stop that shot. Picked him up, dumped him, inside control right now.
Effortless, the way he picked him up.
It's definitely seemed like it. Let's see if he can capitalize on this position.
You know, I like the one job. He's doing a really good job of keeping side control. Cooper's doing, not allowing him to set in like that. Now he wants to sit on that one leg. That's the one thing I like about for Schultz is sit on that one leg, work on that side control right there, and don't force it. But again, Cooper's doing a good job with hand fighting, and trying to get himself back into a guard or whatever he's got to do to get out of the side control.
Full mount. Is that
that's full mount?
Absolutely. Right into full mount.
Got his legs wrapped up.
It looks like from the bottom, Cooper looking at a Kimura here.
Looking like it. What do you say, champ? What does he need to do to lock that one in? Is he
trying to turn him over right there?
Yeah, he's too committed with it right now, and that was the problem. He was going for it. He gave up the mount in the process. I was hoping maybe he could muscle his way through to get it. But then again, Schultz did a really good job of taking the back, moving around behind him, and now capitalizing again. I think he just held on to it too long.
Working that possible arm triangle.
And he's got the mount. He's got to step over.
Yeah, definitely got to get out of that mount.
And he does.
And he does.
Actually,
it's a bad position right here for Cooper.
Cooper did a good job of sprawling that left leg and not letting Schulte step over all the way. But he still got that knee up against his hip. And now he's pulling back.
What's that defense of that arm triangle, champs? Like the telephone they call
Well,
it?
he's answering the phone is one thing, but again, what he's got to do is he can't let Schultz belly out and flatten down like that. And he's doing a really good job pulling on his hip and keeping him from really being able to flatten out and crank down on it.
And now Schulte's in such a great... Now, why would he try to go for mount again when he had that arm triangle?
I think he's looking to possibly bail off of it, and maybe, like I said, now he gives up the belly, he can start working for rear naked choke, but I think he was kind of bailing out on the arm triangle. Cooper's doing a really good job in these defenses, not panicking. He was in some deep water there for a minute.
For a hot second, he definitely was.
A little over halfway through the first round.
Back to his feet is Cooper. Sorry, JB.
No, that's fine. We're about halfway through. Cooper back to his feet. He definitely found more success on his feet, but Schulte had no problem in closing the distance and dumping him. Right now he's got
to lock in. Yeah,
I don't think he's in any trouble right now to submit.
It's hard to, yeah. Both of these submission attempts, the arm triangle and the guillotine right there, you got to worry about blowing your arms out with a big guy like Schulte.
Again,
big dump, and Schultz doing exactly what he should be doing as the wrestler, the more compact wrestler, staying inside the control, side control right here, constantly going back in on a takedown, staying in his face, making him work. Cooper has had to put in an insane amount. Look how red the shoulders are. Look how red the neck is. A lot of anaerobic going on right now.
For sure. Schulte doing what the young lady Olivia Biscow did and sticking to him and staying heavy, as you called it, champ. Not giving him room to breathe. Looks like Cooper's trying to walk the cage here. Schulte not necessarily allowing that to go down.
A little over a minute left in the round. Looks like a Schulte round right now. Cooper's going to have to get up and do something if he wants to take this round back. But again, Schulte doing a great job of like chain wrestling from one position to the next.
Controlling the top, and again, but no shame in Cooper, the hand fighting. The importance of hand fighting, you just need to watch this video.
Nice
Tries
reverse,
to sit out,
but
goes for a switch, re-switch, gets out in front.
Schulte landing some right hands as he goes for mount again. He's in full guard. Got Cooper pressed up against the cage, his head up against the cage. Cooper doing a good job of not getting hit clean, but not able to get out of these positions and really just getting dominated on the ground.
And that's the one thing. He's having to put in so much work just to try to fight off Schulte in a way. Like, again, you just got this hammer, this wrecking ball sitting on top of you, and it's just a lot of weight. He's solid. He's not wasting his time with too many punches, keeping the positions, and he's really, really making Cooper have to work down there.
Without a doubt.
And this looks like just another day at the office for Schulte. You can just, again, look at the skin tone on both these guys. One guy's beat red.
And one is just, we all need some sun, but you can tell he's not really panicking.
Hey, I don't need some.
We all need sun. That's that
vitamin D.
That's vitamin D.
Great first round, man. How do you think they're scoring that? The judges, that is.
You know, it's a 10-9. I don't think that warrants a 10-8. You know, I know that there's some 10-8s thrown out around there.
People start lobbing those things out like Skittles. You can't be doing that with those. There's no 10-8s are. People always ask that, and if I may, the idea of a 10-8 is when you have to fully give up on offense and go straight to surviving. The choke is so deep, you're panicking, you're stuck, you're hand fighting, and you're in there for a couple of minutes. You know, and that's the one thing. But you look at Schulte and his aggression, just like I said right here, just the way that I like Cooper keeping that distance, the kicks. He needs to do more of that. But that's the one thing is when you see Schulte, he just shot from a distance.
That was a nice shot.
Utilized, and that's with power. And he knows that's going to have to happen. He's got to keep that range with that kick.
Like you said, it was an effortless takedown in that first round. How are our polls looking there, Bermas?
We got it almost down the middle at 50.79% for Schulte and 49.21% for Cooper. And again, if Cooper wants success, he's going to have to keep him at the distance and not let him shoot in, because it seems like Schulte shoots in, he's going to get that takedown.
He's got that power, without a doubt.
And not just a takedown, but a takedown where he dumps you. There he goes again.
Goes for it. Successful again with the takedown. Schulte,
man, he's
sticking to him like glue.
He scooped that double leg very quickly.
You know, that was the one thing you have to question it when you're just throwing 2 or 3 kicks, knowing that this guy's going to try to take you down and he's going to catch that leg. Use those hands to set that up. Fire off 1, 2, 3, kick. Something when you just lobbing kicks out there, you know he's going to catch one.
So when would you use a kick in that situation? Because I think you're right. Would you use a body kick when that guy comes in to try to keep the distance? Or would you really just try to settle on your hands until maybe you've stunned your opponent and then implement that?
Well, you know, that's the thing is use those hands to set up the kicks. Disguise the kicks. Jab, cross, hook, bam. Throw that jab, cross, because you can tell he wobbles him pretty hard when he keeps kicking towards the head. So set up that head kick, pop a double jab, boom, move off to the side. Add a little circle in there so the freight train can't, if it's coming straight at you, step off the tracks a little bit.
And if he is shooting in like that, maybe look for a knee. Maybe not a jumping knee, but, you know, those short knees with people coming in. We already saw one counter that put somebody flat with a left hand. All it takes is your opponent stepping in the wrong way against the wrong way of a strike, and that could be lights out.
Any given night, ladies and gentlemen.
And right now, it looks like a choke attempt by Schulte, but nothing really locked up.
There he is. Looks like it up.
Cooper up, but on the cage again, looking to get dumped.
Right back in, and I love that he clears the legs on the way down, past the guard, puts a knee right on the throat, make things nice and uncomfortable.
Some old Matt Hughes goodness right there.
Cooper's just going to have to, again, this is one of those situations, speaking of a Matt Hughes, right? You got this kid on top of you. You're having to work twice as hard on the bottom just to try to survive, just to try to get out of there. And that's got to just tax you when it comes to having any kind of gas left in the tank.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like you said, almost like the girls are like, JT is doing a great job of just sticking to Brent Cooper, giving him no room to breathe.
Well, see, I like he's got what we call the Dagestani handcuff over there on the one side, controlling that far wrist control. And then now it's just one arm on one arm, my left against your left. You're either going to have to post up or you're going to have to block, but you don't get to do both.
And it looks
He's
again
going
for
for it.
that
Yeah, lost
Kimura, but both of those, Kimura attempts were really not with any kind of force. They were defensive at best. Side control from Schulte with one arm or one leg kind of hooked in there.
Dropping some elbows there for a hot second.
He's reached around his body with his hands clasped. A little over 2 minutes left.
And you can't stress it enough how much energy it taxes you keeping somebody like that off you.
Look how red his face is. Look how red his shoulders and everything is. The oxygen is just, he's having to do so much to try to move underneath that, right? Especially when, with the wrestlers, they know how to make themselves heavier. And when they just clamp down, they went from 155 to 255. Boom, you know what I mean?
As the fight goes on, without a doubt.
And that's the deal, is you got to sit there and you got to work so hard. And I like, again, he's not getting into these scrambles with punches.
Nice
good
escape
scramble,
from
good
Cooper.
knee.
And knee on the way out.
Knee on the, absolutely.
He's still got very well trained in the aspect, good conditioning. For him to be able to get out from underneath there and come back and start throwing some offense is pretty impressive.
This is definitely where Brandon needs to start getting his strikes going. Keep his opponent on the outside, because it's going to wind up just like that. 1 minute and 15 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, in this fight for the 155 strap, professional strap here in Caged Aggression.
Oh, he stuck him right over. Cooper goes to his back. Schulte got one under. He's got his right arm under there. Maybe tried to lock those hands together for a choke. Not sure if he's going to get there. Cooper does a good job of peeling that away.
How important is that, champ? That wrist control when you get somebody going for the choke like that.
Well, he's doing a phenomenal job of hand fighting. He's doing a great, I know I'm saying phenomenal too much, but he's doing a great job of hand fighting and staying out of his trouble. Now you just got to kind of set it up a little bit. And that's one thing, the short choke.
He's got it under
there. It is.
He has it under there.
30 seconds to go, and that's pretty deep. He's
that
locked it in. That could be it.
JT Schulte with a deep rear
Cooper
naked
fights
choke.
the hand.
Then you take it into the short choke. Did he switch? I can't see with the camera.
Nope, he got out of it. Now it's under his chin again.
20 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen.
Trying to lock it in. Cooper has his hand kind of in between, but it's under. Now, do you think that that's just a case of him not being in the right position, or his arms gassed, Jens?
It's just, I'm giving it the amount of toughness. That was a tough, he's holding on for dear breath. The toughness of this kid is unreal. Cooper sitting there and hand fighting, that's got to just be heartbreaking for Schulte right there.
That is a fair point, though, Bermas, because he went for those arm triangles, those guillotines earlier in the fight, and I was wondering, too, is he going to blow his arms out? I can tell you what, JT looks like his gas tank is slowly depleting here.
He's looking tired. He did not get up happy. You know, I think, like I said, I think he went all in, trying to go with that choke, a lot of squeezing, like you said. And that's, man, hats off the way that Cooper still keeps fighting. It's
incredible defense from Cooper, without a doubt.
Cooper definitely needs the finish in this third round. I think that, or is this 5-rounder?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Let me make sure. No, you're right. This is a 5-rounder. So, wow, we've got to wait. You know, if Cooper can last through this round and still have this gas tank, we could see something really different if it goes to the fourth, maybe halfway through the third.
I agree.
You know, you had Schulte kind of stumble to get up there, slipped a little bit, did look a little frustrated and unhappy. He has thrown the kitchen sink at him.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like you said, we will see in this third round here.
And
Who's
Cooper's
got the gas
dancing.
tank?
Cooper's dancing.
Yes, yes. Cardio, baby, cardio. Bill, just fighting to stress that so much. What can you do in the deep waters of the deep championship rounds?
Schulte kind of backing up on that strike by Cooper. Keep Cooper using his legs, dancing around a little bit. Schulte swinging wild with that left.
Nice midsection kick from Schulte. Yeah, I was going to say, man, keep outside, Brent.
As soon as Cooper lunged in with those two strikes, Schulte just dipped that level, took him down.
Changed levels, and he brought the food to him.
Well, and we'll see if Schulte can stick to him like he has been, and it doesn't. Brent's almost already back to his feet,
and he's already on his back, one hook in, very bad position for Cooper.
Yes.
But again, Cooper, every time he's been in these positions, has done a great job of surviving. Oh, elbow from the back on Cooper.
Well, let's see if Schulte has that gas tank to do what he's been doing in the first two rounds while he has his opponent on the ground.
On his back, no hooks in, elbows from the side, holding that arm. Cooper's left arm trapped.
Starting to flatten him out here, going for that possible rear naked again. We'll see if he has the strength to complete it, close it out.
Not in the best of positions to close that out right now, but
slipping off the back there.
Absolutely.
Coming off to the side. He's got to readjust. Smart job. Catch in the middle of a transition right there. If you're going to go for that choke, but that's the one thing, again, there is no shame in Cooper. This kid is he's a fighter, 100%.
Oh, that's deep.
That one's under the chin.
That's deep. That is deep, ladies and gentlemen.
He's got the arms clasped. Let's see, that could actually be it.
Let's see. I mean, what's he need to do? Can't peel away
He's
that
got
wrist?
a short choke it, palm to palm, and stop trying to stick it behind the head. And that's one thing, he's going to keep grabbing that hand. You got a short choke, palm to palm, and just choke it that way. Once he pulls it down, there you go. He's kind of getting forced into it right now with this choke. Palm to palm and stick it behind the shoulder so he can't hand fight it.
But Cooper out, switches up his arms.
Good defense by Cooper, obviously, but what about Schulte? Is this because his arms are gassed? That he's not able to get the full completion of the technique?
Well, I do think it has something to do with the fact he's not going for that palm to palm. Cooper has been resilient. You know, he can't be, at 100% wind right now, and you see it right there, where Cooper's been able to turn it around, and you had Schulte in full mount, he wasn't able to keep it.
The scrambling right there, he almost wasn't able to scramble out of that. You can see Cooper has more in the tank. Schultz got to just be disheartened as many times he's had this back trying to put him away. Look at now, all of a sudden that sprawl is working.
Yes.
We're getting sweaty, and now we're looking at.
And look at the grind on Cooper's face as he brings those knees up to his head.
And
Big uppercut!
That was a shot level.
That was a shot, not a drop.
That was it looked like a drop well timed.
It totally did.
He's got to make sure he
Good
gets his butt
elbows
off the side. Great elbows. He's got to get those legs back.
And just like we talked about in the beginning of the round, 2 more rounds after this, and the tide has turned just about midway through the third. Cooper looking a lot more in control, being able to sprawl, almost getting up his will.
Right
without a doubt.
And now, you can kind of see the wear. And he does. He has that choke in.
He's got it in really deep, made him back out. And now he's got to fight the hands.
Then you get that sweat factor again.
Oh, good knee. Good uppercut on the way out, straight. Schulte with net, and there you can see it again. The sprawl.
The gas tank is emptying.
He's able to sprawl.
Uppercut from Cooper.
The grit of Cooper. The grit to turn this is just amazing.
Schulte almost on autopilot right now.
1 minute left. Cooper needs to create some separation, man. Schulte's gas tank is almost empty. He can piece him up.
And what a turn of events.
Without a doubt.
Pinning that arm down. Cooper in kind of a pseudo half guard with Schulte up against the cage, trapping Schulte's left arm as he strikes him in the face.
Just as much energy as it took for Cooper to defend, it took that much more energy for Schulte to maintain those dominant positions, and it looks like it's starting to take a toll with 30 seconds left here in the third round.
And now Cooper on top, in full guard, landing strikes, actually looking better with those strikes than Schulte did previously. Doesn't look like he's interested in the submission. It looks like he's interested in the finish.
I think that's a testament to the gas tank of Schulte at this point.
About 10 seconds
Big
left.
punches, flattened him out. He's still in a panic position. Nope, he's doing all right.
And that gentleman makes it 2 rounds to 1.
Real.
Yeah. And here comes that 4th round.
Real.
Well, actually, they're just bumping. I'm wondering if this is going to be 5 rounds. That may be in it. That may have been it. Is it? And you can see the work that was done by Cooper at the end. Definitely opening up a little bit.
Well, our back, folks, we thought it was a 5-round contest.
Well, what it's going to boil down to is 2 rounds to 1, but what did they do on that one? Unbelievable. I mean, the control of Schulte, using his power. You know he's got to be frustrated because he had him in deep waters a couple times with the rear naked choke, taking his back. But for this kid, Cooper's gonna wish this was a 5-round fight. He was just starting to take over.
Yes, he was.
Big props to the conditioning.
Very big, yeah.
In fact, no matter who wins this one, let's run it back. What do you think, my good one? Let's run this one back.
I definitely would like to see that. Because this is for the strap. This is for that Caged Aggression 155 strap.
And you know, you look at Cooper now, it wasn't 10 minutes ago, he was beat red from head to toe.
Beat red, yeah, 100%. He's done a great job. I mean, again, props to the conditioning, the work that he put into this. Cause
definitely a war of attrition, man. Both fighters war on each other.
Oh, and then all of a sudden the sprawl game was working. He really had him in a lot of trouble in that last round.
Yes, he did. Another great fight here at Caged Aggression, folks.
Yeah,
Again, if
Are
you're
you
watching,
surprised? This is what we do here at Caged Aggression
nuts.
MMA, ladies and gentlemen. In this second night of a 3-night historic mixed martial arts pay-per-view event.
Don't play around in the Midwest.
Nope. We've pumped out a champion or two, one sitting right next to me. Brent Cooper looked like he's ready to go 2 more rounds.
You know, it's up in between rounds. They pick up the scorecards, right? Because there might be some people that are trying to rate like, I don't know, I want to give it to this guy. It's a good thing they pick up those 2 rounds beforehand because it's one of those things where it's really hard. I mean, Schultz did a good job, but the way that you steal it at the end like that of Cooper, his tenacity to just keep coming forward, and then, man.
JB, how do our poll numbers look out as this one closed out?
They got Schulte at 54%, and again, I think he's got it 2 rounds to 1. We'll find out in a moment.
Just a momento.
And in comes Jason Vargas to announce the results.
He could have applied those sprawls early.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28, 29-28, and 29-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, J.T. Schulte.
And really the only surprise there is that one of those judges gave out one of those 10-8 rounds that we were talking about.
Hand them out like candy.
Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to have 10-8s. I'm down with the live
All right,
scoring.
come on over here, JT. Congratulations on the big win here tonight. I don't think there's one person in this building or sitting at home that would be mad if we got one more round out of that fight. Hey, talk about how it feels coming back and getting that first big win on the professional side of things.
Oh yeah, it feels good. Brant's a really tough kid. I knew it was going to come down to this. That's why I wanted the first 2 rounds. I gave that last minute up to him. He definitely put in the work. I wish I could do a little bit more with my hands, but I was tired, so I did what I had to do.
Well, look, it looked like you had a couple of those submissions in real tight, man. What was going through your head there when he was refusing to go away?
Yeah, man, they're close. We were both really sweaty. I couldn't quite sink them in and burn my own arms out, so I couldn't get up and throw the combinations I wanted to, but that's the way it goes.
Well, look, we know you're a workhorse. We know you're tired. We know you just earned this big win, so I want to give you a chance to mention anyone or anything that you want before we close it out.
Yeah, man, got another big fight from my teammate coming up tomorrow night as well. Dante Shiro, Devin Seats, 2 animals. We all worked really hard for this. My coaches, Josh, D, all the coaches that come in every day, we all work really hard.
Well, we can definitely tell that, JT. Look, we're all really looking forward to seeing what comes next in your career, but I'll tell you what, until then, enjoy the win, enjoy the celebration. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, J.T. Schulte.
Incredible fight, man. Hard-fought victory from Jordan Schulte right there. Congratulations. I apologize. That was not for the strap. That was just a professional debut at that weight. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
And Jens, at the end there, you were talking about open scoring, and now we've seen certain leagues, LFA is adopting that. Do you think we'll ever see it in the big shows like Bellator and the UFC?
I think we absolutely should. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of open scoring and accountability. Those judges, they need to be accountable. The way that the pay works in MMA is different than in boxing and things like that. You can cost somebody. They need to know. They should be sitting out there just to kind of slip away and not have to. They should be able to, oh, but that means somebody will cruise in the last round. If you're dumb enough to cruise in the last round because you know you're ahead by 2, that's on you, man. That's your bad. But the other kid's going to be picking it up. But I think that they should absolutely deal with the people going, you scored that, what? You know what I mean? And make sure to hold them accountable because they in MMA especially, like I've said and I'll repeat, is they can really cost somebody a lot with their judging.
Absolutely.
And it's always 27, you know what I mean, 30 this way, 27, all the way, and it's one person usually gets it right, which is mind-boggling how it can be so completely right and left.
And for those that don't know, you know, your purse, half of that purse, the majority of the
That's
time,
my point. Half.
depends on a W. So
100%.
know where you stand in round 3 or 5.
Well, not only is it a W on that, but it's a W because then you go up in your next contract. But if you lose, you're stuck at that spot, or you go behind, you risk losing your job. And it's based on you know, I mean, somebody who knows what they're watching, and they're always like the last 2 seconds. Ooh, hey, what? And then they score something. I like the accountability, and I think they should be showing it.
It's a perfect word to describe that, accountable for some of those decisions, because it definitely can change people's career, money making. As we get into our next match, Trace Engelkis just stepped into the cage from the MMA lab, Winnebago, Illinois. Got into wrestling and has been a fan of the UFC growing up. He feels it's a great matchup, recognizes his opponent is tough and hard to put away, and he's looking for a challenge. He feels that his wrestling is going to be the difference maker, looks up to his coaches and his teammates. Looking forward to this one as Wes Powers, his opponent, makes his way into the cage, fighting out of Central Illinois Combat Club Peoria Muay Thai out of Bolivia, Illinois. Got into MMA because he got into a sparring match with a guy at a party and lost, but that guy wound up dusting him off and teaching him about the sport a little bit, which got him into it. His wrestling experience, and his opponent has a lot of competitive wrestling experience and toughness, but he thinks that he will overall have more experience and toughness to win it out. Feels that his jiu-jitsu, his boxing, his cardio will be the difference maker. Wants to dedicate his fight to his recently passed away marvelous Marvin Hagler. He loves the war where he KO'd Thomas Hearns, we were talking about a little earlier. Also wants to mention at his first caged aggression fight, he won the fight but got hurt real bad, walked away with 10 stitches 7 days after his father passed away. He feels like his father lives through him when he steps into the cage and helps to keep him going. Father always told him he could do anything he sets his mind to, and that's what kind of mentality he's stepping into the cage with tonight.
And Trace very happy to be there. I actually saw him yesterday in the cage. He did a little interview for my live stream and is pumped. You know, got a quick win in his last cage aggression bout. Really excited to see him in this one.
How's that pulley pole looking over there, JB?
We're looking at Trace and Wesley Powers almost even down the line. 51.43% for Trace, 48.57%.
Ladies and gentlemen, our
Wesley.
next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Welterweight Division, powered by Yabba Dabba's House of Glass. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds. He trains at the MMA Lab and is sponsored by Mitchell Chiropractic and Rain XT. Joining us from Phoenix, Arizona, Trace Engelkis. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds. He trains with the Central Illinois Combat Club and is sponsored by Leone Family Chiropractic and Greco Graphics Springfield. Joining us from Springfield, Illinois, Wesley Powers.
Powers almost looks like an illegitimate Gracie son over there. Got the look.
Yeah, his look is intimidating.
It definitely is.
Trace Engelkis, Trace square up against Wes Powers.
Are you ready? Got a big smile on his face for a guy that's about to throw punches. Here we go.
tattoo on his chest says, "We're all dying." Can't get out of life alive as we start this matchup right here.
Ooh, Trace with an outside leg kick that kind of dropped his opponent all over him right now.
Really
big
quick
elbows
job.
from Trace.
Really quick job of trying to spin around and take that back. His coach is telling him to be patient a little bit, slow it down.
It looks like Trace trying to step over, and he does. Full mount. Great position to be in so early with 4+ minutes left in the round. Powers doing a good job making sure there's no distance.
Absolutely.
So right now, with one of his hands loose, what do you tell Trace to do here, Jens?
I can hear no ticks right now. Push on the nose, pressure, push on his nose, press around, pop him up. So you got to push on the face. Right here, reach down, put your chest down, right? Get in there, and push on the nose, and pop up and start to break that. You want to break those hands, so you got to push right on the nose. Shove it right down. He's going to try and do the re-roll.
Wow.
Good re-roll, but you want to push right on that nose.
Powers does a great job of reversing that.
Going to go for a guillotine, but Engelkiss stepped out of it, slipped out of it.
Gelkis comes back around. You cut it in half. Sorry when I call him Gelkis, no offense. But he's doing a good job of circling back around and controlling the position again, coming back on top, sitting in that half guard or half mount, paying attention to see what he's trying to work on submission-wise a little bit, but definitely doing a good job. Like I said, pressure on the head, and he's just got to make sure he locks in. Powers just stuck, just trying to hold on to the position.
Looks like he's got a little, going for a little anaconda. Can't really, no.
It's tough to see how deep that choke is, and he's at a bad angle to get it. Powers able to step up.
Now he made it adjustable. He dropped that body lock, got to that single. Now he's doing a good job of sprawling him out, making him reach. Powers is going to get really tired.
Absolutely.
Again, being extended like that, trying to hold on to those legs and doing nothing with it. He's got to try to come out to the side. This is a good job of just sitting there. Gelkis is doing a really good job of holding that position, making him work.
Trace got a couple good elbows in there. He's opened up the nose of Powers. Does a good job of getting him against the cage and putting him on the ground. In full guard right now. Trace on top. Looking to be the more dominant fighter in this round, but Powers has done a good job of reversing things. He's looking at the arm right now. I don't know how successful he's going to be.
2 minutes and almost 15 seconds left in this here first round. You got Engelkiss in a dominant position over Powers.
Engelkiss getting in some shots right there. You can see the reddening of Powers' face. It's almost purple at this point.
Well, and he hasn't let go of the lock. He hasn't let go of the guard. He's just holding on. If you're waiting for a stand-up, you know what I mean? Engelkiss is doing a good job. I'll call him his real name. I keep like Gelkis, but I'm messing around. I was doing it on purpose, but no offense, sir, when you watch this later. But he's doing a great job of just staying busy, posturing up a little bit, and just making Powers work down there because he's just trying to hold and maybe wait for a stand-up. But he's doing a good job. Now he's got to be careful not to get one arm back in a triangle choke situation, but he does a good job of passing. Really good patience by Trace.
Yeah, it's controlled chaos. He's not getting wild. He's still riding the guy. He's on his back right now, getting in shots.
Very strategic. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in this first round.
Powers gets his hand slapped out of the cage.
Engelkiss doing a great job of controlling.
Powers actually did a really good job of not getting so dumped there by putting his hand, and then Trace literally grabbed his hand and pulled it out. It's the first time we've seen him back up. Right kick, Powers up to his feet.
There we go, both fighters back up to their feet with a minute left here in this first round.
60 seconds for Powers to try to make a case for this round because it's really been all Trace.
Without a doubt. Both fighters very evenly matched up.
Don't wait for it. Move.
40 seconds. Engelkiss with a big dump by Powers.
They're calling for knees, and I like that call. I like that the coaches, now that he's in side control, lift up that left knee, give a couple to the body.
I like that. I'm a big fan of side control. No need to go over there to the mount. Stay out here on the side and start working, putting in some damage and making it turn into you. You can have the submissions you're looking for. Controlling that right there. Powers, again, he's going to have to, that right arm, he's got to start to pummel it inside. He's going to have to turn and face, because, again, if you turn away, you're just going to give up your back. So he's got to pummel inside, across it, like underneath, get that elbow in, create some space by the head, pummel inside, turn towards him. Really good control by Trace throughout this round.
Into the first round, ladies and gentlemen. We can almost assume that that's a one in the books for Trace and Gilchrist.
I guess the only question is one of the judges going to give him a 10-8?
I was going to say, let's walk around. But hey, speaking of accountability, let's walk around at the judges and see what they scored, and I'll hold it up, and I'll yell back this way. 10-8! Someone gave me 10-8.
Yeah,
and we'll start pointing at him. This one, throw a light up on him.
Yeah. Handing him out like candy. Ask Israel Adesanya how much he hates the 10-8 round.
And the Caged Aggression crew working overtime right now to clean up some of that blood. They've done such a great job of keeping things rolling and keeping it as safe as possible here. You know, great crowd, great feeling, great fights. I'm just so happy to be here, gentlemen.
Hey, you ain't never told a lie, Bermas. This is a beautiful thing.
I don't know about that, never told a lie, but maybe not tonight.
I'm saying you're speaking the double truth, Ruth. This is a beautiful thing to be a part of, sitting here with little Evil.
I'd love to be the anti-Pinocchio, but we all make mistakes.
That goes without saying.
And here we go. Powers looking like he's breathing a little bit heavy, maybe a little bit of discouragement on his face after that first round.
Completely discouraged. What's he going to do to try to change it up? Because whether or not, I mean, he did a good job of locking down and not taking a whole bunch of abuse, you know, damage, but he didn't do anything.
Ooh.
Good right hand by Trace right there.
Heard him, backed him up.
Nice teak.
Body kick, shot, and
nice
drops
dump.
him.
Once again, a nice takedown from Trace Engelkiss.
There you go. Really good job of throwing the right. See, as he tries to turn in. This is good. Trace is doing a really good job right here. Forearm to the face, hammer fist, keeping Powers from, you know, see, he's going to turn in towards him, so he's going to have to go after that. So, as I said, just got to remember, you're luring him into your trap. You know, there's only so many places that Powers can go. Now you just got to open up the pathway so that you can get to the position you're looking for.
Setting traps.
Trace in half guard, possibly looking to step over to side control here. Powers trying to turtle up and push his way out. Trace looking at the neck right now.
Trace Engelkiss doing very well, maintaining that dominant top position throughout the fight so far.
I like how he's just sitting on that leg, cross body, just putting in the work.
Trace in the half guard here.
And like you said, Trace very, very patient. Maybe he's looking for a head and arm choke. We'd have to get that leg out, not committing to anything, taking his time, realizing these are pro fights. These are 5-minute fights. He's dominating right now. Powers hasn't really shown any kind of an offense or even, you know, the threat of any kind of submission that would end this off his back.
No, the one thing that he is doing, he's just using a lot of muscle to just squeeze it. You know what I mean? And that's what he's doing. He's just holding him in one spot, but he's not trying to better his position at all.
Doing his best not to allow that kind of separation that Trace Engelkiss is looking for. Under 3 minutes left here in the second round.
See, I like how he's using the head control, putting it in the pocket, shoving it right into the chin of Powers, making him uncomfortable. Again, as Powers just locked hands, locked feet, locked hands, locked feet. But Trace is doing enough that there's no reason to stand this fight up.
They're working. Yeah, no, absolutely, they're working. I don't like when referees stand them up while they're working from position.
And he's progressing. He's landing 3-4 shots every 30, 40 seconds, no problem. And again, pulls his arm out, puts him back down. Powers trying to turn to his side, but still kind of in a full guard. Going to be almost impossible to do that. Grabbing at Trace's arm here for a possible Kimura.
Looks like it.
Doesn't look like it's a threat from that position, however. No. Trace doing a good job, not giving him the leverage, using his right knee to actually block his arm. From there, that's out.
Trace doing a great job at controlling this position.
Trace actually holding down Powers' left hand right now. Powers able to get that left hand out. A little under 2 minutes left in the second round. Another dominant round for Trace.
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't look like Powers has much to offer him off his back here.
No. But one thing now is Trace starts to pick up with
those are big shots. Those are big shots.
And that's the one thing is like you look at Powers, and ironically Powers, but I'm sure He's just got a hold of you, and it's probably his strength is through the roof, and it's just that's the one thing that's taxing. He's got to make sure that Trace doesn't do too much to panic out of there. It's like as much as you want to be exciting, as much as you want to try to finish this fight, when the guy on the bottom is just basically having you locked down, you know, you don't want to waste all of your energy just trying to get away. So it's, you know, good job right here.
And they're going to stand him up.
That's a good stand-up right there. I like that one.
Less than a minute left. Powers again has that opportunity to maybe steal the round, but he's going to have to put some offense together.
Outside leg kick from Demakis there as we wind down this second round here.
Tries to step in with a 1-2, not much on it. Powers with a weak head kick. Good right, good right.
Without a doubt. Demakis having Powers back with the cage here. Nice knee from Demakis as they separate right there. Whoa.
Oh, that one's hurt him a little bit. He stumbled.
A little slip. Or stumbled.
I mean, it looks like so much disappointment on the face of Powers, so much discouragement.
Well, and the ease in which Demakis seems to be able to take him down, that's got to be disheartening.
You know, he's looking over to the side right now. You can tell he's just kind of getting rid of these last 10 seconds, and you got to wonder, what's his game plan coming out? He needs a finish. There's no doubt about it.
There we go. End of the round. Without a doubt, Powers looks like his tank is slowly depleting. Demakis looks a little fresher. Cleanup crew on their game tonight.
Killing it.
They're on it.
Killing it.
Cleanup in aisle cage aggression. Our lovely ring girl bringing in round 3, Serena K. Seeing some of the replay there of Demakis maintaining those dominant positions, half guards dropping some B's on him, some big hands on Powers.
And you know, like Jen said, I would really like to see him try to go more to side control, not be content to be in half side, but to get that side control and throw some of those knees. They can be devastating. And that's going to open up the head.
Someone wipe that boy's back off.
It's not his blood. I'm not sure he's worried.
That's what's crazy. When you carrying that blood into the third round, like I got you on my back.
Here we go, starting this third round here. Tracing Gelkis versus Wes Powers. Been a good scrap so far.
Right into the shot right there, and it's just, again, Powers just completely demoralized him. You know what I mean? It's just how easy this is. Now his only hope down here is just to squeeze until he can get this stood up. Unfortunately, Trace is still putting in that work. Pops one off his forehead right there to try to wake him up, controlling that half mount, sitting on that leg, letting him turn in. If there's a dart, if there's anything that he can do from here, go ahead and lock it up.
He looks like he's looking for that choke right now.
It's what he's been wanting this whole time, for him to turn in. But the power of Powers, when I say that, but all he's got to look, he's reaching out, and he's holding on to the body, and he's creating enough space with that shoulder. Now he's starting to flatten him out. Now this a little better. Because remember, that shoulder's what's got to be the one that cuts off.
I think he's locked
the
it in
artery
here,
on
gentlemen.
the other side. But you get hip to hip, cup to cup, without burning yourself out. But now you're out in front. Very strong kid over there. I guarantee Powers does have the power, but it's just what is he doing with it? Look how ready he is again. Now he's getting overwhelmed. Trace is looking like he's going to try to put it away.
Yeah, it seems like Powers has spent so much time trying to keep from the separation while he was on his back with Demakis on him. I don't know how much he has left in his arms, but we'll see.
Well, we're 90 seconds deep, and he spent almost 85 of those seconds on the ground. We got full metal.
Good elbow. You can hear that.
That was his biggest shot from on top.
Now he's going to give up his back again.
Powers taking a lot of punishment.
Another good shot by Trace. Really getting in there, getting under, riding his back a bit.
There you go, belly him out. Yep. So I like this. Now again, Powers is stuck trying to give up his back. We're back into the mount, and he grabs the head. That's really been his pretty much his whole fight now is I'm getting stuck in these bad positions, and I'm just going to go ahead and just grab the head and hold on for dear life.
What is that move called, champ? When you
just smash his head into your chest, try to pop that nose, get him to let go. Or if you just pressure down, chest down on his head, put that pressure on him. That's the way to take his back. Nice job.
just to get that dominant position once again. Side control.
This is where I like start ripping knees to the body. Hear the coach yelling it.
Well, there's that knee I'm talking about. See, there we go. I'd rather see that left knee where his arm's not in the way. You're going to get into the sternum. Maybe you're going to open up that head for a couple of those side elbows.
Nope, that's it. Now he just moves it and puts his elbow.
There they are, right there. Great knee, another great knee.
Vicious.
There you go. Now he got the elbow tucked into the side to lock up his key lock.
Got to watch him to the back. Got to watch them to the back, but when they're to the side, they are devastating.
Keep that elbow, keep the brush on the side of the head, start popping the knees. Good job.
Yep. Vicious knees to the midsection from Demakis.
There you go, pop that elbow. Good job. I'm saying, but see, that's the deal and then only give Powers one option. He's got to come in, and you can go after that choke again if you want it. But right here, put in the work. Stay off the people. The side control is. This is where you want to be. Good job right here, just raining knees.
Tracing Gelkis just staying busy the entire time, getting the strikes where he needs them, and riding Powers every time he tries to get out. Really, his only saving grace has been those moments of inaction where the referee is ready to break it up and he gets to his feet. He hasn't really been able to convert there either. Here are more of those knees. He's kneeing his way into victory.
Survival mode.
Into a 30-27, maybe even a 30-26. If you were to give him a 10-8 on this, he did have him on his back for 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
1 minute left to go here in this third round, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Demakis dominating in the top position here.
Trace Engelis, not Mike Demakis.
Jeez, what did I say? I apologize. That's our co-main event, ladies and gentlemen. Trace Engelis, you are exactly right, JB. Thanks for keeping me honest.
We're trying. See, I cannot tell a lie. Winding down with about 40 seconds to go, and Trace has just been able to stay in those dominant positions.
Again, over and over.
Those knees.
I'd like to see him maybe grab a Jeremy Horn-ish type elbow, push down on the face, and then just start ripping elbows where you don't have to look at the face. You can sit there and keep side control, keep working on the other arm, that far arm, but just take that your left arm right there and just put it on the face, pressure down as he postures up, because that's what he likes to do on the bottom. Just start raining those elbows across his face.
Those knees are definitely bringing some discomfort to Wes Powers on the ground here.
You've seen the difference in the fight once Trace started to come out to the side, really dominating out to the side, the knees, and really putting in a lot more work.
And we go the distance 15 minutes later. Trace stands up.
Definitely an exhausting fight on both fighters' part. Incredible effort, dominant effort from Trace Engelis.
Very strong kid, though, in Powers.
Without a doubt.
If he had more of an arsenal, more things to do on the ground, more things to get away, you know what I mean? I was just the one thing, he was just caught in a whirlwind. Trace did a great job of never committing to one spot, moving side to side, moving around, timing him. The punches looked a little slow, but see Trace out to the side, raining knees, and Powers never felt like he was in any kind of trouble. He was just too strong for his own good, able to control the fight.
And if there's anything to learn, it's the fact that wrestling as a base in this sport is so important. Of course you know that, Jens Pulver, being at Milicic Fighting Systems.
How many world champions or wrestlers? It's like even right now, you can look it up. I mean, it's a great sport. The problem is there's just no belt system.
It's a good foundation, like you said, yet you got to get definitely well-rounded.
Well, you just see those that lack in wrestling or lack in any kind of jiu-jitsu in a ground game. They sometimes get dominated like this. And, I'm sure Powers has a lot more range and a lot more kickboxing to show, but you don't get to show that if you get taken down in 15 seconds.
You didn't get to see it.
Yeah, you got to be able to sprawl to get the brawl, and that's the one thing. If you're the kind of guy that wants to, the kind of fighter, that wants to be able to have that stand-up, that wants to be able to throw those punches, you got to have the sprawl, because obviously if you're getting overwhelmed on your feet, the initial deal is try to fire back and take them down.
And Jason Vargas enters the cage with the results. Here they come.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 30-26, 30-26, and 30-25, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Trace Engelkiss.
So there you go. You had 2 judges score that 3rd round, I imagine, as a 10-8, and 1 judge give Trace 2 10-8 rounds. Wow.
It was a dominant performance. Skittles. It was dominant.
Trace Engelkiss, we meet again.
Good to see you, brother.
Congratulations on the win. Hey, look, I know an opponent like Wesley Powers doesn't make anything easy, but I noticed you had a smile on your face for most of this bout, man. Talk about that and some of the challenges that Wesley gave you in this matchup.
Oh, man, I'm all smiles. I've been all smiles since the last fight, and I just decided that I was going to let go of anything that could keep me from smiling in here, you know. It's so crazy to me that I get to do this and that people come to see me and people pay money to see me. People want to pay me to do this. I mean, what more could I ask for out of my life right now? I mean, it's a dream come true. But Wesley is just tough. Like, I knew he was going to be hard to put away. I watched his last fight. He got cut open super bad and still came away with a submission victory. So, you know, I went into this counting on maybe having to go all 3. Longer than I like, considering I still have to pee, but it's whatever. I'll pee after this.
Well, look, I'm right there with you, so we'll cut this short. Anyone you want to thank, anything you want to mention, or anything that's up next? I know a lot of eyes are on you, Trace.
Yes, sir. Thank you for everybody for having me out. Thank you for everybody for coming out to see me. Thank you to my coaches, my teammates at the MMA lab. You guys make me better, my coaches here at home. And last but not least, thank you to my family, especially my dad. It's his first day in retirement. He retired yesterday. That's one of the big reasons I wanted to fight tonight, is so that he could be here and be in my corner. And I'm so thankful for that. I could never, ever be more thankful to have him here with me.
Well said. Well, hey, what do you say we go take that pee?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Trace Engelkiss.
Hard-fought victory from Trace Engelkiss as we move on to our next bout of the evening. Alex Cardenas versus Devin Seitz. Yeah, Alex Cardenas fighting out of Jackson Wink MMA. If you've never heard of him, you ever heard of John Jones or Holly Holm, a very elite-level club out there in New Mexico. Fighting in hometown Atlanta, Georgia. Started training karate at the age of 17 years old. Ready to perform. Very well-rounded. Looks up to the former UFC champion, Rafael Dos Anjos. What's our poll looking like, JB?
We got Seitz as the big favorite according to the fans at 76%. And Cardenas coming out at only 23 and change.
Whoa. Not quite half and half like we've seen tonight. Looks like the pollsters looking at him as a heavy favorite, Seitz.
And there is Joey Villasenor in the corner. MMA legend, I believe former KOTC champion and veteran of such organizations as Elite XC and Strikeforce.
Elite XC, holy cow.
That's a little nugget there, isn't it?
That's all right.
Well, I remember when Elite XC and Strikeforce were kind of doing cards together on Showtime back in the day, the Challenger Series. So many great fighters to come out of there, man. So many people that never really even got their due in the UFC. But, you know, you can go to UFC Fight Pass, and I know you know a little bit about there, Jens, and you can watch a lot of those old
Fight Pass
school.
has a lot. You got to go there, man. I'm telling you, it is worth the sub. It is worth the membership. It's worth the month, you know what I mean, the monthly membership. There's a lot of fights on there. I'm there every Friday, or every Monday on Twitch TV/UFC, watching and breaking them down every other Friday. It's been a lot of fun. I'm all over that Fight Pass.
I love that. Fight was one of the first, I think the first month it came out, you know, back in the day when they had the 12 cards that you only had via Fight Pass.
Yeah.
You know, I was that guy up at 3 in the morning to see that first Chinese card. I'm that guy, folks.
He's good at what he does. As we await Devin Seitz, the Pitbull, coming into the cage out of Chosen Few, Broadhead, Wisconsin, has a wrestling and just overall athletic background, feels that this should be a good fight. Feels like, again, his wrestling, his striking will make the difference, looking for an all-out war. Says he likes to smash. We shall see as we get this one underway. Alex Cardenas anxiously awaiting his opponent as he makes his way down the runway. Devin, the Pitbull Seitz.
Feeling very loose as he walks to the cage. This is our last fight before we slip into our co-main and main event. But let us not get ahead of ourselves. Alex Cardenas and Devin Seats are about to get on the good foot and do the bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. As Seats gives some love to his corner before he steps onto the battlefield. Have our poll numbers moved at all? They've moved slightly. We got Alex Cardenas coming in at 37% and change, and Seats falling to under 63%. There we go. Looking forward to this scrap here, ladies and gentlemen. As Devin, the Pitbull, Seits get his final inspection from the referee before he steps into the cage to do battle against Alex Cardenas. No shortage of excitement here, ladies and gentlemen, as we carry on with night number 2 of the 3-night history-making MMA pay-per-view event right here in Davenport, Iowa, live from the River Center and live around the world.
A little shit talk, a little stuff talk on the way around. A little stare down. I saw that.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Featherweight Division, powered by Rubies. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 150 pounds. He trains at Jackson Wink MMA and is sponsored by the CBD Boutique. Joining us from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Alex Cardenas. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. He trains at the Chosen Few Gym and is sponsored by 608 Smoke, Condon's Tree Service, Wisconsin's Best, Foster's Gaming and Collectibles, and Bridges Bar and Grill. Joining us from Broadhead, Wisconsin, Devin Pitbull Seats.
The Pitbull and Cardenas are about to do it, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of smack talk there as Seats entered the ring, the cage rather. Of course, those don't win fights, but we'll see how this turns out.
His eyes have been taken off his opponent once.
Locked and loaded. Here we go, no touch up in the center of the cage here. Cardenas appears to have a little bit of length on him. We'll see how that works out for him.
I like Alex with that high, keep those hands up high. Feints. See, I like this in the coach with the feints. Keep those high up, calf kick.
Leg kick from Seits. Cardenas just misses with a right.
A little inside leg kick there from Cardenas.
I like those hands up high, though. Can't stand up and down.
Yeah. Check yourself at all times. Whoa,
but then
nice
he
exchange.
kicks it right down the middle. Got to make sure he keeps his eyes open. Devin
Nice Cardenas.
Yes.
On the inside. Doing a good job of backing his opponent up into the cage.
Well, and so far doing what we talked about, keeping his opponent at the end of his strikes. He's got the length on him.
Now, Jens, when you have your opponent up against the cage, maybe a foot out, what is the best way to come in, strike, and be dominant?
Throw that 1-2 step and angle, because you know, give them one out, give them one way to go out and set up that kick, set up that the exit, right? As you sit there, you do your pop, you step off to the right, step off to the left, step off to the left, you know you're gonna open up that door, that's the direction you're gonna go. Usually a good time to throw a high kick at that position, right? So as you're sitting there and you're breaking them down, then you step off, throw that jab, give an angle, and know that that's the direction you're gonna go to help you set it up.
Angles, baby, angles.
Seits fighting off the cage, but fighting hard off the cage.
Definitely.
Ooh, big knee by Cardenas. Oh, big right.
Staggered him.
Timed it.
Another right.
Followed up with a right, yes.
The patience, the way he's setting it up.
Nice overhand right from the pit bull, though.
He definitely rattled him a little bit.
Without a doubt, that knee definitely shook him.
Sykes has done a good job of composing himself. That was a big knee to take to the body, followed up by a shot that rocked him. Head kick by Alex.
Yeah, I like what Alex said because his coach is, again, patience, aim, everything's tactics, which is great, you know, and Devin's kind of lunging. He's throwing a big right hand, but you can tell some of it's out of panic, some of it's out of desperation because the way he's walking him down, you know, a little bit, but it's all still, it's a little, I mean, they're good, the good reactions, really good reactions. That's the one thing, is like he's trying to get, you can tell he's trying to get baited, you know, and that's the one thing. And Devin, he's not falling for it yet. I like that he's doing punches and bunches. He's doing the right thing coming off the cage.
Nice overhand right.
He certainly landed quite a few of those straight lefts, too. He has had success with that.
Almost 2 minutes left here in this first round.
And he's had success sometimes when Alex comes in with that low leg kick.
Yep, he has. And Alex got to be careful of that. The way Devin's doing the right thing, throwing that overhand right over the top, especially when he goes to reach out and tries to plumb and jab, or he leaves it when he's snapping that jab back with the hand down.
Head kick from Alex.
Partially
lands.
blocked. Yes.
He was a little long on that leg kick. Big left right, but he lunged in on them.
Seems to be kind of telegraphing some of them big bombs he's trying to drop.
He's not setting them up with feints right now, right? He's kind of lunging in there. His hands are low. Another head kick attempt by Alex. Body kick.
Oh, big overhand right from the pit bull.
I can't believe he's absorbing these.
He's got a beard.
Alex did take that one in stride. A little over 1 minute, 15 seconds in the first round. Close first round, folks. Ooh, good knee from Alex.
Pitbull.
Gets caught on the inside. Oh, that one caught him. Liver kick. Oh, knee to the face. This could be the end. Another knee to the face. Alex going to work.
Punching
That's going to do it.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. With 55 seconds left in the first round, Cardenas takes him out. Started out with that shot to the body, followed up with punches and bunches, and finished him.
Up and a little talk at the end. I don't know if I like that, but I got to tell you.
That was unnecessary.
I loved everything about that body kick. As soon as that body kick landed, you could see the difference in the fight. You could see the difference in composure on his face. He immediately curled up, and Alex Cardenas went to work.
As calculating as he was, the patience. Devin was throwing shots. He wasn't doing anything wrong other than, but the way that he was just, you can hear his coach, just tactics. Slide side, the way he was setting it up, and then when it took a liver shot, it was nuts.
Well,
I'm not sure what was said before, but now you've got family. You always got to be careful leading up to that fight, the things you say at weigh-ins, the things that you say beforehand, the things you say after. I'm saying you always got to be careful, but hey, at the end of the day, the fight happened, leave it there.
And it looks like they just squashed it,
absolutely.
Which I'm very happy about.
Cardenas with a dominant finish there. Right there, that midsection shot was the beginning of the end for the Pitbull. Knees and punches in bunches.
It was immediate.
Just teeth kicked him right to the liver, and he felt it instantly. And then what really blew my mind with Alex was after when he got the teeth right to the liver, and then his kill switch. That's what was so impressive. Again, he was out there Jeremy Horn-esque, just kind of relaxed, just kind of playing, pot shotting, playing, and then all of a sudden, when the kill switch clicked, holy
Ladies
cow.
and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 1 second into round one, declaring your winner by TKO, Alex Cardenas.
Oh, and you hate to see that. I'm glad that they're hugging it out in there. You know, that was a great scrap. You know, there was a moment in there when Alex also had a couple shots and backed off. You know, Devin absorbed him.
Again, one of those things you have to be worried about what people say at weighing in.
All right, come on over here, Alex. We're here with your winner, Alex Cardenas. Alex, congratulations on the big win. Hey, look, it looked like he was landing some big shots there right before you landed a very, very accurate kick, man. Walk us through the last moments of that fight.
I knew he was going to be really tough. Most of his fights are decisions. He's a tough opponent. I knew he was going to be durable. I just had to come in here, be tactical, not get emotional. He did hit me with a good right hand, kind of wobbled me a little bit. I had to move around a little bit, take a deep breath, and just recompose. I listened to my corner. I'm thankful for my team. I'm thankful for my sponsors, Talented Reflexes, CBD Boutique. I'm appreciative for all my family and all my supporters that are watching. I really thank you. All you guys booing me, thank you. You guys are supporting me. You guys are pushing me. So keep booing me. Boo me or cheer me because I'm coming, baby.
All right. Hey, Alex, it looks like we covered everything there. I want to make sure we didn't leave anything out before I let you get to your celebration.
No, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for my team, Jackson Wink. They push me. They make me better every day. All my teammates, I got really good wrestlers on my team. I got really good grapplers. I got really good strikers. They make me better. Talented Reflexes is one of my main sponsors. They've helped me for a long time, and I also want to give a shout out to them, so thank you.
Sure thing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner tonight, Alex Cardenas.
Alex Cardenas getting the business from the
Calculated.
family.
Calculated. The way he was able to absorb.
We should all be very concerned about how we find a way to slow down the trajectory of this virus.
We do start this half hour with more on how the coronavirus is impacting the sports world. New announcements overnight.
As the world stopped due to the ravishing effects of the COVID-19 virus, Caged Aggression MMA pioneered live sports entertainment when they broke barriers to safely host 3 back-to-back-to-back two-night events.
This is one of the moments we've been waiting for all night as we step into our co-main event of the evening. Ali Omar going up against Mike DeMakis. Ali Omar being the first one to make it to the cage tonight out of Syndicate MMA out of Iowa City, Iowa. Started training martial arts with his father. Started to work Taekwondo when he was 12. He started watching UFC and watching Old Pride videos. We were just talking about that a little earlier. So much that motivated him to start wrestling, boxing, and jiu-jitsu. Recognizes his opponent clearly is a good matchup for him. He likes to strike, got solid wrestling, thinks that's going to be the deal breaker, the difference maker. Looks up to John Jones, Anderson Silva, GSP, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Lyoto Machida, not some bad people to be looking up to. Been in training full time for about 4 years, went pro after going 9-2 as an amateur. Looking to step in the cage and pick up a W tonight against Mike DeMakis. Any poll numbers to speak of, sir?
Yes, sir. We've got Ali Omar coming in at about 65%, and Mike DeMakis being the underdog at about 35%.
Interesting. Mike DeMakis, no stranger to the Caged Aggression cage. Ali Omar looking quite focused, the silent assassin. Getting ready to step into the cage and do some work. Silent but violent, I would assume. Very stoic looking before he steps into the cage.
And he chose to wear the traditional boxing robe on the way down the aisle. So a lot of people were shouting out Marvin Hagler, first guy to really pay homage to the form or the art form of boxing.
Well, we had several fighters say in their little bio sheets here, but absolutely anybody come out tonight representing RIP, the marvelous one. Ali getting some duck walks in before he gets ready to do some damage. As he awaits Mike DeMakis into the cage out of 10th Planet Lombard. Got into jiu-jitsu after high school. Says this is the door opener for both of them. Thinks his grappling and his grind will be the difference maker. Looks up to Mr. Chael Sonnen, the bad guy. We shall see how this plays out as Mike DeMakis makes his way into the cage for this co-main event as we wind down night number 2 of this 3-night epic, historic 3-night mixed martial arts pay-per-view event right here from the River Center in downtown Davenport, Iowa, as well as all around this planet Earth. So cool to say that. Looking at some of our pay-per-views, it's literally all over the world. North America, Europe, Africa, Tokyo, Japan. Caged Aggression MMA growing by leaps and bounds. So very stoked to be a part of it. Whether it was last night calling the fights, obviously with my man Jason Bermas to the Croatian sensation Pat Milicic, or tonight calling the fights with Little Evil Jens Pulver. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be calling the fights with Jordan the Henchman Hinman. No stranger to the Caged Aggression cage. But before all that, we got to take care of a little bit of business here with this co-main event between Ali Omar and Mike DeMakis. As he enters in the cage, giving a quick pound to his opponent.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Lightweight Division, powered by Ducky's Formal Wear Galesburg. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 156 pounds. He trains at Syndicate MMA and is sponsored by Vape Cafe, Iridium Sports Management, Compex USA, Garden of Life, and PSO Right. Joining us from Las Vegas, Nevada, Ali, the Silent Assassin Omar. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 155 pounds. He trains at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Lombard and Spartan Boxing and is sponsored by Trials and Tribulation Clothing. Joining us from Mokina, Illinois, Mike DeMakis.
Mike DeMakis, Ali Omar, getting ready to do it for this co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's our poll looking?
We got Omar at 63 and change and DeMakis at 36 and change.
Round 1, blue, you ready? Let's fight.
Yo, touching up. Nice jabs, nice front kick from Omar. Nice big high kick from DeMakis.
Omar looking super focused, hands high. DeMakis, hands high as well. Good counter left on the way out. Circling very well.
What are you seeing so far, champ?
I'm just listening to him again saying hands first, which I like from Omar. Again, hands first, finishing with the kick. You know what I mean? That's the one thing. But DeMakis getting inside, throwing those big hooks, countering right after he does. Right after he throws his shot, come in, boom, come popping in with those hooks, stuff like that. But see, right here, I like how Ali is sitting back and he's throwing it range, using that range. See, in and out.
Nice slip.
There you go, and finishing with the kick.
Both fighters being rather versatile with their strikes, a lot of leg kicks. Switching up, switching levels, of course.
Yeah, good. You're seeing here. He's picking and poking. Yeah. Watch the kicks on the way, and I want hands when he comes
Nice
in.
hook.
Hold the kicks. There you go.
Little double jab right hand. That's looking for it. Getting DeMakis to react a little bit.
Set traps quite possibly.
There,
That's
you
what
see
I
that,
like.
man? That's it.
Nice big high kick from Omar.
1-2 lead leg to the liver side, things like that. But that's it. Finish with a kick.
Setting it up.
There you go. See, I like that. The patience, that double jab, right hand, things like that. Now DeMacus, see, again, circle and start throwing those bombs. Come inside. Pop that first jab, and that's your job, is get inside and throw those hooks.
Nice head move from Omar. Slipped a couple of bean strikes from Demacus so far.
Ooh, big knee.
Stumbled him with
big
that
knee.
kick.
He's still hurt. Another
big knee.
He's really hurt.
Omar.
This could be the end. It looks like he's going to call it. I don't see him surviving this one.
Referee keeping an eye on
He's taking shots. Did a good job of kind of putting him in a guard, trying to cover up.
Doing a good job of surviving. Omar lets him up.
He's still wobbling.
I think, yes, he is still hurt.
Omar doing a good job of not going too hard right now. DeMacus taking the middle of the cage. Seems to be wiping the cobwebs away. Was in big trouble right
Absolutely. Omar doing a great job of being predictably unpredictable here. Switching his strike to big knee again.
There it is.
Dropped him.
He knew it was
Dropped
going
him
to
with the knee.
happen. He knew it
Omar
was going to
let him
happen.
up.
Now he is. He's
done.
about to call.
Ref. Pass it by.
Those split seconds, Omar should not have waited for the referee to get in and do
He's
his
covering up,
back of the
ref.
head.
The intelligence is through the roof. He's not.
I don't know if he's getting back up.
Anytime you can. This is it.
He's trying to turn, but the ref needs to call this fight. It's over.
Big elbows from Omar. Ladies and gentlemen, he stops.
He tapped through the strikes. See, I would have liked to see the ref maybe step in there a little bit quicker.
He folded, and when you hit the fetal position, that's intelligence. Whether or not you're hurt doesn't matter. Intelligence. That is not intelligent defense.
Yes.
Say something. Hey, move. He was in trouble. But the way that he timed those knees, on that shot, that was impressive. Very impressive.
He was very, very tactical with his striking. Ali Omar, the silent assassin, making short work of Mike DeMacus in the very first round in this co-main event.
Really great work on his feet. Obviously, we didn't get to see any of his ground action, but poised, measured, used feints, really good with his kicks, mixed them up, and as you can see right there, catching him with those big knees.
DeMacus did a good job. He was holding on for dear life with that leg, trying to make something happen. I'd give it to the ref right there. He allowed him to, but right here, see the feint starting to work, and that's it. He's reaching too far out. Not changing. He wasn't punching. He was just trying to paw his way in and trying to grab. You got to throw those punches to occupy his hands, occupy his movements, so then you can grab.
What are your thoughts about Omar holding up that split second, not going in for the kill, waiting for the referee to step in? That's not necessarily his job, right? The referee's supposed to stop it.
You got to go in, yeah. Walk-offs don't do anything right there. I understand it. Everybody wants that walk-off, but you can't. There's no such things. Those last two punches necessary. Extremely necessary. I'll allow that.
Not everybody's Mark Hunt with those walk-off knockouts.
That's right. They are super necessary to get in there. You know who's good at getting those super necessary shots in.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 49 seconds into round one, declaring your winner by TKO, Ali, the silent assassin, Omar. Come on over here with me, Ali. All right, we're here with your winner, Ali Omar. Ali, first of all, welcome back to the Camera Cage. It's been a while. What a triumphant return, man. Talk to us about how it felt coming in and getting the win against a tough opponent like Mike DeMacus.
Feels good. We drilled this shit. The flying knees and shit. Shit, you all see Masvidal. Put in my shit, too.
There you go. Well, look, you've been traveling around. Obviously started your career out closer to here, ended up out in Las Vegas, man. Talk about the change and what it's done for your career.
So it's just a journey for me, and I love it. I love Las Vegas. I love Iowa, too. This is my home. It just feels good, Getting better every day, putting in the work. That's what we do.
Well, look, I know you're a man with a plan. What's next?
Just back into the gym, waiting for the next one.
Anything we left out before I let you get to the party?
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys. Thank you for coming out. Shout out to my team, everyone that came out, my fans. It's been a while since I fought. I'm just blessed and happy I get to do what I love. And it's hard times right now, but I'm so happy that I'm out here.
Well, we're happy to have you back, Ali. Congratulations again on the win. Let's hear it one more time for your winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Ali, the silent assassin, Omar.
you have service or maintenance issues, call the maintenance team you can trust at Lynch Heating and Plumbing. We take care of all your heating and plumbing needs. We are a reliable, family-ran business providing quality service to homeowners and businesses in the Quad Cities. Trust in Lynch to get the job done. In a pinch, call Lynch at 563-209-0039 or check out our new website to book online at lynchheatingandplumbing.com.
And we are back for the main event. I think we're back on. Yeah. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. We are back. I wasn't sure whether I was going out to the crowd, but we are here for the main event. And I am looking forward to this one, Brandon Jenkins versus Aaron Mitchell. And it's so interesting. We were going over some of the background on Jenkins, and you revealed to me, Jeff, that he got into this watching his father fight Tank Abbott.
Saw his dad fight Tank Abbott in the bare knuckle on VHS. Old school, even saying the words VHS. Who knows what the heck that is?
VHS to Blu-ray.
Brandon Jenkins fighting out of Syndicate MMA in Las Vegas. Like Bermas mentioned, he saw he got into a fight, saw his dad fighting on Tank Abbott on bare knuckle and VHS. It's a flash. So his opponent has a flashy style. Makes for a very exciting fight. Feels some of his strengths are unorthodox striker, toughness. Born in Des Moines, started fighting at 18. Pro kickboxer, pro boxer, pro MMA, combined 72 fights in 10 years. And his last performance was in beyond impressive one, as he snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Jordan Hinman had him in a dangerous way. And what'd he do, champ?
Spin to win.
He pulled off a wicked spinning elbow. Such an impressive performance. Looking forward to calling the fight tomorrow with Jordan Hinman, with, of course, Jason Bermas and myself, as Brandon Jenkins get ready to step into the cage.
And nothing but smiles doing so.
Yeah,
just a big old smile.
Yeah, the most unassuming fighter. Clearly, he is the human highlight reel, as he says, but the guy's got such a jovial disposition. It was really cool to talk to him on our latest episode of Everything Combat. And it was really cool, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go to Caged Aggression MMA or Everything Combat, you'll see the conversation I had with Jordan as well as Brandon, and you will be able to see the champ, Little Evil Jens Pulver, breaking down that fight that Jordan and Brandon had. It was definitely excitement personified. First round finish, very important, very impressive, as Brandon steps into the cage, getting ready to do some work. Waiting for his opponent, Aaron Mitchell, out of Jackson Wink. Again, a very dominant club out there in New Mexico. And again, this was not Brandon's original opponent. This was a last-minute, sort of last-minute replacement. And we've talked about that, champ, making the adjustments on Brandon's part for a whole new opponent on such short notice.
Yeah, it just depends how short it is, and then you never know. I mean, I remember one time getting on a landing in Japan, and hey, by the way, you got a new opponent. What are you gonna do, man? Yes. I have my game plan, and this is what I was gonna do regardless, so just stick with it, different face.
Yes.
And another Jackson Wink guy coming down the runway. He's got a little panache and flair with some kind of a mask on, and not the type of mask they're forcing you to wear in states like New York and California. I got jokes, folks.
Aaron Mitchell getting ready to get in the cage. He was a wrestler from college. He likes to step up in competition. He feels he is well-rounded, and he's still learning, still chomping on some humble pie. I like that. 3 black belts in different arts, like I said, and a college wrestler. Looking forward to this one, our main event of the evening of night number 2 of 3 nights for this Caged Aggression triple threat. It has been an absolute incredible show tonight, incredible fights, and again, this is what we have just come to expect from Caged Aggression MMA. Bermas, what are our poll numbers looking here for this main event?
Well, the human highlight reel is the favorite with over 68%, but again, Aaron Mitchell, people don't know, out of Jackson Wink, 31 and change. And Jackson Wink has done well tonight. They've broken the Caged Aggression cold streak.
Yeah. Well, and not only is it incumbent on Brandon to adjust to his new opponent, it's also at a last minute. Aaron Mitchell probably had some homework to do on a last minute notice to go up against the human highlight reel here. As Aaron makes his way into the cage. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans here at the River Center in Davenport, Iowa, and those joining live around the world on pay-per-view, this is our main event of the evening, scheduled for 5-minute rounds for the Caged Aggression Professional Super Lightweight Championship, powered by La Quinta Inns and Suites. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 165 pounds. He trains at Syndicate MMA and is sponsored by Jet Alert, America's #1 caffeine pill. Joining us from Las Vegas, Nevada, the human highlight reel, Brandon Jenkins. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 163 pounds. He trains at Jackson Wink MMA and is sponsored by TC Mays Family Diner, Dice Professional Team, Detox Water, and Street Cats Foundation. Joining us from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Aaron Mitchell.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The reason for the season this evening, Aaron Mitchell going up against Brandon Jenkins. Looking forward to this one. Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you got your beverage and went to the bathroom, because this one's going to be a heck of a sighting.
Aaron the Messiah Mitchell has not taken that mean mug off since walking down and entering that cage. Looking extremely focused.
Trying to make sure he doesn't become another one in the human highlight reel of Brandon Jenkins. Here we go. Aaron looks like he's got a couple inches on him. Let's see if he can use that to his advantage.
Jenkins maintaining the center of the cage. Both fighters feeling each other out.
Yes. Nice leg kick opening up from Jenkins. You just wouldn't think, looking at Brandon, that his name is the human highlight reel, as he follows up with another outside leg kick. Just with that leg kick there, nice reset. Spinning back kick there.
Backs up Jenkins with that. Jenkins right back at it.
Another leg kick.
Catch him on the return. That's it right there. You can tell Brandon's kind of timing him. Mitchell's got to be careful after he throws his shot. Get those hands straight back. He's catching him. See, he's looking to try to counter that jab and fire that deuce over the top. Bad trade, right? You're sitting with the jab and he's hitting you with the full house. That's a bad trade, so you got to make sure you get that jab on.
There was a little highlight there, a little spin to win. Didn't quite land anything, but had that spin going.
Show me your hands first. Give me your hands first. Brandon. Don't get careless. Let's go. He's trying to time.
Oh, little left. Jenkins slipped that one.
That's those leg kicks on the Messiah.
Mitchell continues to circle that cage on the outside.
Brandon doing a good job of walking him down, though, keeping him on the defensive.
And at the same time, he still really hasn't found his range. Mitchell is landing 1 strike, 2 strikes when he's coming in.
I do agree with what Champ said. It looks like he's trying to monitor his timing.
I do like how Mitchell, though, a lot of movement, switching his stances up. Both of them, you can tell in the quote-unquote feeling out process, just trying to see what they're going to bite on, what they're going to. It's like you're out there, you're fishing. You're throwing out different lures, seeing what's going to get the attention, what's going to make them react. Little things like that. You watch both.
Nice big left hand. Looks like he's doing a good job of cutting the ring off too, to cut down on the Messiah's mobility there.
Yep, both of them, as I say, are keeping their eyes open. And you watch, they're studying. studying out there.
Ooh, little slip there. Brandon tried a little spinning back fist there before he lost his balance.
Brandon's got the heads high, caught that high kick, walked in. Mitchell able to get away, comes back to the center of the cage.
Give me some levels here. Give me some levels and in. Levels and in. Level 3, level 4. Green back off that, Brandon.
Mitchell doing a good job of staying on the move.
Mitchell's doing a good job of being able to connect with that left hand just enough for giving Jenkins something to think about on just barreling in.
1-2 count. 1-2 stay low. Outside. Hands all the way out.
Mitchell up against the cage. A little over a minute left in the round.
He said both fighters appear to be kind of feeling each other out before they implement their big offense. Nice left jab there.
There's
from
that
Messiah.
left again. He's been able to connect with that straight left, but not follow it up with much this entire round. The question is, with a minute left, whose round is this? And I'd say it's anybody's round.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know how the judge will look at it. Maybe ring generalship. Maybe they'll look at Mitchell's moving around as you know, like not engaging.
Yes.
Whereas opposed, and it's really hard because Brandon Jenkins is standing right in the center and just kind of dictating that kind of. He looks more like he's stalking.
Yep.
Right. And again, when you're trying to persuade 3 opinions, that's really all the little thing you can look at. Little things like that.
Absolutely. The cage control does seem to be on Jenkins' side, but I bet you if we looked at the strikes landed, Mitchell would definitely have the slight advantage.
100%.
I scored it to the 10.
Here we go.
Let's get a 10-7 in there. Ooh.
Throw one out there right now.
Big overhand right. 17 seconds left in the round.
Back that over. Level low. Let's go.
This is a 5-round fight. Ooh, elbow on the way out.
Elbow on the way in and a backhand on the way out. That was nasty. Came in fired and came back with the. That was nice. Good process. Good process.
Absolutely.
Good patience. You
But
know?
again, one of those rounds, you can call it either way.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to call it.
I mean, did the judges just see that last strike and say, hey, that's the most solid strike?
There it is.
Yeah.
10-8. 10-8. We good. Who knows?
Definitely a feeling out process going on in that first round.
4 more to go.
Anxious to see what the coaches are saying. I'm anxious to see what the coaches are saying, what they're telling them to do, and what they're going to come out and try to, what they're going to do in the next round.
And as we watch some of this replay, you know, you're watching Jenkins control the center. And really, Mitchell do what he did on the entire fight. Basically keep him at bay from coming in at more than a 1-2.
Popping that left jab.
Yep.
Stick and move, stick and move.
Sending a spinning back fist there.
Hopefully we're going to get a look at that very, very odd elbow. This is it right here, where he comes in and then he gets it on the way out as well. There it is, boom. And here we go.
Round number 2.
Round number 2.
This main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. A continuation of that feel-out process a little bit. More leg kicks fired away from Jenkins.
Jenkins still in the center of the cage. Mitchell still moving.
Switching stances, Brandon is.
Another leg kick.
Mitchell is having a success popping that left jab. I'd like to see him use that more to set up some more strikes.
But it all seems defensive. You know, he's not the one coming in with the 1-2. He's waiting for either a feint or Jenkins to get in range and popping him with that. There it is again. That left. Ooh, spinning back fist attempt. Leg kick by Jenkins, still at the center of the cage. Oh, just missed that spinning
Grazing
back fist.
spinning back fist, absolutely.
From Mitchell. You know, now watching these guys for a little over a round, it doesn't seem like there's going to be a threat of a takedown on either side, at least not now unless someone's in trouble.
I was going to say, nobody's really closing the distance and trying to do anything inside.
No level changes, everything's striking. We're basically looking at a kickboxing match right now. How does either fighter use that to their advantage at this point?
You know, it's again, you get stuck into this rhythm, right? And as much as your coaches are trying to tell you to do this or do this or do that, you just kind of get stuck where you're either following along and there's a rhythm, and it's hard to get out of it. It's up to you to do something. That's, again, having that conversation with your coaches during the fight, being able to listen, being able to allow those sets of eyes and those opinions, you know, dictate what you're doing out there, and listen to, you know, those cries and get in there and mix this up more. But that's the hardest thing to do, right? That hesitation. It's hard to step into that deep water sometimes.
But deep water, they may be stepping in. This is a 5-round fight. Jenkins with the body shot.
Though mostly on the defensive, it looks like Mitchell is doing a good job of keeping Graham at the end of his punches there.
I would say that this is a slightly better round for Jenkins. He's looking with a little bit more control, a few more strikes. Doesn't look like Aaron's been able to get off. Another inside leg kick. Hits him with that right, kind of grazed him over the head. Didn't seem to hurt Jenkins. Jenkins takes a leg kick on the outside. Uppercut from Jenkins. Left just misses. Mitchell stepping in with a head kick, partially blocked by Jenkins.
Inside leg kick.
I mean, these guys are definitely involved in a big-time kickboxing match right now.
Yeah. This is another one of those games of human chess. That's a Brandon setting up for that spin there, champ.
He loves that spin.
You know, right? He's giving him those exits the way that he's going. He knows what's going to happen. Mitchell, he's letting him pick the direction. He's picking the direction which side he's going out. You got to catch him. One thing, he's definitely on his wheels.
Looks like Brandon was setting up for a flying knee there.
Nobody's going to draw the line, put the toe in, you know what I mean, drop the flag and say, let's do it right here. So there's no phone booth fight in this one.
No. Oh, nice kick, right hand.
Jenkins closing the distance a little bit. Good leg kick. Rare time Mitchell comes to the center of the cage. Back to the outskirts. Good inside leg kick from Jenkins.
Starting to slow down Mitchell, looks like.
Well, that and he's starting to, the other thing I like, Jenkins starting to add punches 2 and 3 in there as well. And that'll make all the difference. It's too much one, and one, you know.
Big right. Big right from his left. He hurt him bad. He's wobbled.
He's got him hurt with that overhand
left. Yes, he did. I think he should have went in for the kill there.
It's dangerous.
I think he's still a little wobbly. If you look at where his feet are, they haven't been that far back. He's always been about a foot away from that cage unless he was in trouble. And like you said, Jenkins is starting to go in there with a 1, 2, 3. Oh, big right from Aaron Mitchell.
Looked like it was partially blocked from Jenkins, but
another big shot.
Oh, big right hand from Jenkins. Mitchell has himself a beard. That was a big shot.
And Jenkins seems a lot more comfortable coming in and has eaten a lot less of those straight lefts in the last 4 minutes of the second round.
Yes, sir. Nice spinning back kick there. Right into the solar plexus.
Other left grazed him, but that was a big leg kick.
Big calf kick.
Oh, big right again! Whoa. That one hurt him. You can tell by the look on his face. He's backing up. Jenkins looking at him. Good body kick. No, he was not.
The return on that shot when he fired his left and the right came right back over the top.
Mitchell can take a shot, man.
What he's doing, Jenkins doing a really good job. It's like I said, he's stalking him, he's cutting him off, and he knows where he's going to go out, and he's throwing. He's leaving that floater behind him, blasting him with it.
Well, I think those leg kicks are starting to add up on Mitchell. He's not as mobile as he was in that first 2 rounds.
I'm interested to see how Mitchell comes out for this third round.
Without a doubt. Seems to be slowing down a little bit, and it seems like Brandon's starting to pick it up.
You know, on paper, this could be 1-1. But Jenkins definitely with a much better second round, more of a dominant round than either fighter in the first round.
Yeah.
And I think he hurt him 2 times. I really do. I think that last shot hurt him, and I think when they were over here on the cage, that one shot wobbled to the point where his back feet were actually touching the cage. And one of the things Mitchell has done really well is his footwork and staying close to the back of the cage, but not right up on it. We're watching some of the highlights over here. And again, it's Jenkins on the outside, pushing Mitchell towards the cage, hitting him with those shots, making those 1, 2, 3s a reality.
Nice combination from Jenkins for sure. Seems like he's stepping up the aggression a little bit. The feeling out process, I believe, has come to an end.
Deep breath by Mitchell as he takes the cage. Ooh,
big
big
shot
left.
Mitchell.
Those angles.
Another
He stepped
left
2
by
angles.
Mitchell.
Wow.
Hurt Jenkins.
Went for that flying knee. Brandon said, no, sir.
Jenkins for the first time on the outside.
Nice
Catches
catch.
that kick. Taking more the center of the cage now. Mitchell finding some success in the beginning. This is a nice back and forth. Leg kick on the inside by Jenkins.
Looks like Mitchell's getting a little bit more aggressive coming off the cage, like you said there, Bermas.
They're also closer. You know, both of them are closer. You can see them stepping in. Brandon Jenkins is really, really comfortable where he's at. There's the head kick.
Big head kick.
Another leg kick. Oh,
He caught him with
Jenkins
that.
looked at that one.
Yeah.
Kind of pulled back on it, smiled. Inside leg kick. Mitchell tries to counter with a right. Outside low kick.
Big overhand left. Again, I think those leg kicks are starting to take a toll on Mitchell. Didn't know if that connected right there. It was a big
Raised.
left hand.
Raised. But I like that. Starting to add in that double jab, flipping that double jab out there.
Ooh, big
Good
right
hand
from
by
Mitchell.
Good right hand. Jenkins stopped moving for 1 second.
Shook it
Mitchell
off.
Tattooed.
Yeah, he ate that like a hoagie sandwich.
Yeah, he did.
And asked for seconds.
And here he is, still being the aggressor, although, you know, Mitchell definitely has his wits about him, going back to the game plan, circling around the cage. Jenkins stepping in. Spinning back fist by Mitchell.
Whoa.
Inside leg kick, Jenkins.
The spin to win is the theme this evening here in this
telling
fight.
you. Mitchell trying to give one back.
Look at Jordan. He was about ready to not Jordan. I apologize. Brandon was setting up for another spinning move right there.
Good leg kick. See, just like you said. 1-2, and then comes in, lands that leg kick.
Staying with it, too.
Close it with that jab hook, and then finish with the leg kick. Jab cross, finish with the leg kick.
Outside leg kick.
2 minutes.
Mitchell hits a 1-2, though.
2 minutes and 30 seconds here in this third round.
This is a close round again. Anybody could take this round
Tough
halfway
to
through.
score. Tough to score this one.
Inside leg kick from Jenkins.
Both
Head
fighters
kick
staying
from
busy.
Mitchell.
Follows up with a nice leg
Oh,
kick
it looks
again.
like he might have hurt him a little bit.
Oh, the
Ooh,
range.
They're starting to get into that
Mitchell's
phone
finding
move.
that range. There it is. He just landed
left
another
jab.
left. That left is thrown out there and come back with that right hook. Mitchell's starting. Now look at. Now all of a sudden Mitchell's got the center. Mitchell switched it up.
Jenkins
Oy.
looking a little bit uncomfortable. First time I've seen him a little bit uncomfortable in the cage aggression cage.
I like it because Mitchell's starting to pick it up. It's Mitchell coming forward. Good liver kick.
Body shot there.
I think Mitchell's realized he can touch him and he can hurt him with his
He
shots.
seems to be getting more confidence each time he does touch him, champ.
Definitely getting a little bit more confidence in there. Ooh,
Whoa.
left, right.
Brandon's
Eyes
leaving him
open.
open.
He sees him.
Brandon's leaving himself open when he comes in.
Another
And
big
Mitchell
left.
sees it all. His eyes are wide open, fixated on him when he was throwing those shots, looking right at him.
Good inside leg kick, good outside leg kick
Brandon's
by
still-
Jenkins, but he's not covering up that head. He's paying for it now with those leg kicks.
Yeah, he's landed 2 head kicks to get shot on himself with a couple shots from Mitchell.
Uppercut from Jenkins on the inside, little dirty boxing. Good inside knee. They get broken up. We
1
got
minute left. Another spin to win.
And remember, folks, it's a 5-round fight.
For our main event of the evening right here, Cage Aggression Triple Threat.
I will say that both fighters seem to have kept the pace that they look like they're going to be pretty fresh for the fourth if it gets there.
100%.
Definitely conditioning does not appear to be an issue, at least so far. But again,
Ooh, good
Brandon's
body kick by Jenkins.
still walking him down.
Again, this round could be anybody's, folks. Good
Roles
outside
have
leg kick.
reversed. The roles have reversed again when it comes to. I like it when Mitchell was taking in the center like that and being aggressive, but now he's kind of sitting back and letting Jenkins take it back over and come forward like that again.
And dictating the pace without a doubt.
Outside leg kick by Jenkins.
Firing away with those leg kicks. Nice right jab.
Couple
left
good
jab.
rights. Couple of good rights. straights. You know, and again, at the end of the round, when it's so close, that one could have been anybody's. So, you know, I'm looking at it maybe 2-1. I doubt anybody has it 3-0 on any cards, but
I wouldn't say 3. Yeah, this is definitely a tough one to score.
And we're entering the championship rounds of the championship fight, the main event of the second night of this triple header.
Yes.
Caged Aggression. Love it. Love it.
It don't get no better.
No, sir, it does not.
Got Mitchell there, some replay of Mitchell popping that jab where he was finding a little bit of success with there in that third round. How you doing, man?
And here we go, round 4, about to kick off. Big deep breath by Mitchell on the other side. Jenkins dancing around. Let's see what we got.
I have to say, for taking this fight on relatively short notice, Mitchell does still appear to be rather fresh.
They ready to go. They're ready to go. He's in the 4th round. Took it on short notice. Love it.
Ready to get down with the get down. Brandon might. Rounds left here, the championship rounds.
Not an inkling of a clinch or a ground game.
Not one.
Zero.
One moment.
This definitely is not a Randy Couture or John Fitch fight.
There you go. See, right there, that 1-2, that lead hook, right, left hand.
Heel kick there.
Awkward heel kick, too.
That one of those like question mark kicks. I think
Yeah.
that Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's really good at throwing those.
Ooh, good inside leg
Good
kick.
inside leg kick.
Taking him off balance a little bit there with Mitchell.
Mitchell with his hands down a little bit. Brings him back up, circling the cage again.
Jenkins not giving up on those leg kicks.
It's the really first time I've seen, you know, Jenkins even really feint for a level change right there. Good body kick right there. Good spinning body kick. Oh.
This big with that spinning back fist.
Just got to watch himself from getting a little wild.
And still appearing to be stalking him.
Outside leg kick.
Good job right there, both of them. I like when they get in there and tussle it up a little bit, get in that phone booth, start throwing back and forth more than one punch. Right now, again, it's just kind of the ifs and the, ooh, I almost do this one, like little setup, one shot at a time, pity-potting back and forth. I like when Mitchell decides to step it up, though, because he's actually quite accurate and has a good long range.
Right.
When he throws, it's really effective. I wish if he would believe in it more. I think that's the one thing. He's just gotten too much on being on the outside, moving around, kind of counter-shotting back, stuff like that. But when he's the aggressor, it's been a lot of fun to watch him do that because he's got some good combinations.
Yeah, he was finding success there in that into that second round where it seemed like he was taking more of the center of the cage, but now we're back to Brendan walking him down.
Find that too. Find the open. Find that too.
Outside leg kick by Mitchell.
Man, look at the scorecards on this one. This will be tough.
It is going to be a tough one. But what I can say is there should be no 10-8 rounds.
Yeah.
At least not so far anyway, yeah.
I haven't seen any yet. Leg kick from Jenkins.
Very consistent tonight with those leg kicks, Jenkins is.
Put that cow on the outside.
Popping that left jab once again.
Minute 45, hands up.
To the side. Side step there, hit that hand.
Body kick from Mitchell. Outside leg kick from
Opening
Mitchell.
up with his own leg kick for sure.
Inside leg kick just grazes from Jenkins.
Ooh, good right from Mitchell as Jenkins came in, but didn't follow it up with anything.
Seems that is the bane of his existence tonight. He'll land a shot and then he doesn't follow up with it.
Follow-up is the key. That's the phrase of the day in this fight right now. Nobody's got the follow-up. Every now and then they show a glimpse of, and then it's just kind of back to this one, you know, a lot of hesitation, a lot of ideas, and not really letting it go.
Got to pull that trigger. I know
It's
the stakes
hard.
are high, but yeah, it is.
It's hard when you get into that rhythm after the round. Like I said, just trying to snap out of it. Both of them know.
Ooh,
Nice
there's that kick
listen.
again.
Nice to the back of the head.
Very deceptive the way that comes
That
up.
was something right there. That was a good kick. But where's the, again, no follow-up, no nothing.
Ooh, there it is.
Big
Hit it with the elbow, though.
He's
That one
got
caught him right behind the ear.
He's
Jenkins
got him.
shut it off. But I'll tell you what, that could win him the round. That could be the difference in this round that takes it to Mitchell. At the same time, you know, if this goes into the fifth, which it looks like it does, we got about 10 seconds left in this round. I'm telling both of my fighters, you want this win, you probably need a finish.
You got to
go
do
for
something.
it. Yeah.
You got to do something. It's, again, nobody's feeling that urgency. Nobody's feeling that
Big right
necessary,
from Jenkins.
necessity to get in there and let go.
Ooh, big elbow.
I'm telling you,
Superman
both of them show the ability. If they wanted to, they could get in there and throw some serious punches and bunches and really and take the round.
Like you said, it looks like Mitchell just needs to believe more because he's finding success when he opens up.
100%. When he opens up, it's fun to watch him. But again, when you start getting in that rut where you're just kind of on the back track, you're on the big track, just moving around, and you've got Jenkins just kind of stalking, feinting, trying to spin off something. You know, that's the one thing. When he believes in it, though, he's been really successful.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if the fifth round is anything like the other four, this could be one of those fights where one fighter comes out 48-46 and another fighter gets 48-46 in a split decision.
Tough one to score.
And maybe I'm not arguing with that because they are so razor close and people weren't putting a stamp on it.
There's three opinions, and that's one thing that people need to realize when it comes to the fight game. Those are three opinions you're trying to persuade. The way you walk, the way you hype it up, the way you look, the way you act, all those, you got to figure out, you got 5 minutes and you got to stay in their mind and not lose it in the last, like, well, what happened in the minute 1 or 2 or 3 of the round? You got to sell yourself the entire time.
This could be the deciding round here, this final fifth round of this main event right here. Caged Aggression, triple threat as we close out this evening. Very tough matchup so far to score, that's for sure.
Very tough. Ooh, good
nice
from
big
Mitchell.
right hand.
Mitchell taking the center of the cage. I like that.
I like it when he does it.
This is where he needs to put it on him. This is where he has to start believing.
And looking a lot more confident doing it.
Well, you know, and maybe the whole idea, because he took it on short notice, maybe conditioning was his worry.
Well, he's made it here.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's made it, but again, being short notice, I don't know if he was trying to, you know, always make sure he had something left in the tank, or like I said, you get so calculated out there, it's just hard to break it.
Nice big
really
uppercut
good job
with a big left.
I mean, Jenkins throwing with bad intentions just like he was in the first. But you got to land with those bad intentions in Caged Aggression. There it is, a good right from Mitchell.
Popping that jab.
Back towards the center of the cage. Jenkins with the inside leg kick. Mitchell backing up. Looking a lot more like he did for the majority of this fight.
Well, with all the leg strikes that Brandon has scored on him, it hasn't really slowed down Mitchell too much.
No, get out of the way. Yeah, he's seeing everything out there. Both of them are doing a really good job of seeing the punches, blocking. I like when they react and come back, snap back with the counter shot, snap back with, you know what I mean? Once they give their shot, hit them, see if their hands are down, test them. Get in there a little bit and mix it up just a little bit.
Especially at this stage of the game, almost 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the fifth round. Nice oblique kick there from Jordan, or from, what do I keep doing that? Brandon.
This is anybody's fight, so I believe.
Whoa! Just ducked that one.
You see what I mean? He just.
That could have been a decapitation.
Nice spin, nice roundhouse. Grazed the back of Jenkins' head.
Missed it by that much. Feinting the flying knee there, looked like Brandon was.
Just about halfway through the final round. Good
Nice
spinning
kick
back
there.
kick.
Nice one.
Right to the body. Still anybody's fight, in my opinion.
Truly is, even in this 5th round.
Yes.
Oh, nice kick. Jenkins catches it, but nice kick by Mitchell.
He definitely caught it on the face before he caught it with his hands.
100%.
Caught it with his face.
See, like when he moves like that, I like the range. Look at him.
Ooh, good left right.
Good left right.
Where's this been the last 4
Lead
rounds?
hook, left hand, coming back, left, right, left. I like it. That's what I'm saying. Mitchell, open up when you do. Good Lord.
Good inside leg kick by Jenkins. You know, and the thing is, Mitchell may just really be acting like his leg doesn't hurt. You take a look at that lower left leg.
I've been staring at those calf kicks. I've been staring at those 2 legs the entire time, wondering, like waiting to see if Jenkins will kick him one time, watching his reaction, you know, to see if those are really bothering him, like he does, you know, stepping in there. Again, you get in that range and taking a kick that you're not ready for a little bit, but, you know, that's one thing. Slapping
right
hook
hand.
by Jenkins, I like that.
1 minute, 30 seconds left in this fight.
Yeah, he continues to step forward. And like I said, Mitchell's in the middle of the cage. We got about 90 seconds left. Good right from Jenkins. Who's going to close it out,
Oh,
folks?
man, this has been an even fight. The way that they're fighting, the way that they've gone out there and done it, it's a really even fight.
Agreed.
Someone's got to just take this.
Someone needs to go for a quick takedown.
That's true. A takedown could win this
Ooh,
round. Ooh,
got his back. And
Spinning elbow here. And here it is.
There's the first takedown of the fight, folks. 24 minutes into it.
Brandon misses with that spinning elbow, loses his balance, and Mitchell tries to capitalize here.
I like that he grabs the far wrist, gets that Dagestani handcuff on the one side, pull it in a little bit, and now he's got, if he can get that left hand free. I like that Mitchell's sitting on it. He's got to be careful with his hips, sit it back just a little bit so you don't get bucked off, right?
They got to get busy. Time is not on their side.
He's holding on to the glove. Jenkins doing everything he can to kind of hold on to the glove. You can see Mitchell wants to get out right into the mount. Wanting to get that hand free.
He steps away from the mount.
Little half guard there. 20 seconds left.
Pretty good shots.
There you go. Now he's got the free left with the handcuff. He's got the, like I said, he's got the wrist control on the other side. Gets the mount.
Dropping some big elbows to close this out.
Trying to finish the fight. 10 seconds to go. Jenkins does a good
still
job.
on the mount.
Up on top. But definitely takes the round for Mitchell. And it may win him the fight, folks. Great scrap.
Dang.
Wow.
Great scrap.
Good fight, good fight. That right there just goes, again, I've been saying it every round before that. When Mitchell decides to step in, an aggressive Mitchell, I like it. I like an aggressive Mitchell.
I agree.
Was that 5th round the deciding maker, gentlemen?
It might be. Again, I'm not going to be surprised.
I'm
if
glad
I'm
that they had to swipe up all those gloves and take them away. I mean, to swipe up all the rounds beforehand after each round. Because if you had to make changes, you know what I'm saying? It's hard at this moment.
Yes, absolutely.
Brendan just said he won that ish. Feeling very confident he pulled it out, despite how that last round seemed to play out.
Definitely a close fight.
That was a tough scrap for both competitors. Right as I asked for the takedown, it happened. Maybe I should have said something about that earlier in the fight. As we put an exclamation point on night number 2 of Caged Aggression Triple Threat. Some incredible matchups tonight, my goodness.
A lot of fun.
Impressive performance by Mitchell, win, lose, or draw, taking this fight on short notice. Tough one to score, I can't say it enough.
Absolutely tough one to score.
That 5th round, the dominant elbows, the takedown, that might have done it.
And Vargas still isn't in the cage. They're tallying him up. This is probably a close one, folks.
Yeah, you can almost guarantee this one's it's going to be a tight squeeze here. The winners here in this fight are all of us. We just watched a tremendous matchup, a tremendous card this entire night. And again, we have another night coming up tomorrow.
He knocked my contacts out.
Really?
Brandon
did
Jenkins
see
letting us know that his
Wondered about
contact
that.
lens was knocked out there in the 3rd round. Hard for him to see.
Oh, the contact.
Yeah.
We need to have battle glasses. We need to develop some kind of battle glasses.
Here we go.
Until that moment, I didn't know they wore contacts in the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and new Caged Aggression Professional Super Lightweight Champion, the human highlight reel, Brandon Jenkins.
That's my boy! That's
Brandon
my
Jenkins
boy!
pulls out the W.
I don't know about that 49-47,
I
but
don't
like
know
I
about
said,
that, but I think when it's all said and done, if Mitchell goes back again, congratulations to Jenkins, but if Mitchell goes back and just realizes in those first 3 rounds, when he's, and I've been saying it, an aggressive Mitchell is a good Mitchell.
Brent, or should I say champ? Come on over here, champ. We're here with your winner and new Caged Aggression Professional Super Lightweight Champion, the human highlight reel, Brandon Jenkins. That was a mouthful. Brandon, first of all, you've been chasing one of these things for a while now, man. Talk to us how important that is and how it feels to be a champion for Caged Aggression MMA.
Oh, man. This one goes out to everyone who bled and sweat and bled with me the last 8 weeks. Everybody at Syndicate, my awesome coach, John Wood, and my awesome manager, Lance Spouty. And if I had any advice for younger fighters coming up, find you a manager that cares about you as much as Lance cares about me. I went from 2 ACL surgeries, to his couch, to champion. So that's my advice to young fighters. Find you someone like my buddy Lance right here.
Well, look, there's never a shortage of excitement anytime you step in the cage. We're definitely looking forward to your next performance, but we know you want a little bit of celebrating. In the meantime, anything you want to mention or anything like that before I let you get to it, Brandon?
Yeah, he knocked my contacts out round 3. I couldn't see, like I was fucking blind, dude. Like I saw 3 of him. It was like the Rocky movie. I was like, I feel good, but there's 3 of them, and so I just try to hit the one in the middle, But I'm getting sick of these wars, man. I don't want to go to war. I want to go to the fucking bank, So, thank you, Mother Russia, for coming out, buying the table. Yeah, I got my Russian homies here from Minnesota. And my dad, I never won in front of my dad. I'm like 0-3. And then this is the biggest one, and I won in front of my dad. So this one means the world to me.
Well, Brandon, you earned it every step of the way. Congratulations again, one more time on your big victory, and it goes without saying, we're definitely looking forward to your next trip to the cage.
Hopefully this one gets me the call up to the bigger one, but if not, I'll come back and I'll defend my belt like a champ.
We're all behind you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your new professional super lightweight champion, the human highlight reel, Brandon Jenkins.
Close it out.
And another great night of fights, gentlemen.
Boy, was it.
Again, close one.
That was that was an unenvious position for the judges. I mean, that was very, very close.
And again, I was kind of surprised we didn't see a split, but another exciting night of fights here at Caged Aggression. Calling with the legend, Jens Pulver and Jeffrey Wilson.
Absolute blast. It was fun. A lot of fun.
All right, folks. That's going to put a cap on night 2. I want to thank everybody for coming out, everybody at home for joining us on pay-per-view. Don't forget, join us 1 block away at Ruby's for our after party and awards ceremony, plus one more night, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, we'll be right back here one more night for an unprecedented 3rd night of Caged Aggression action. That's all coming up right here tomorrow night. Don't forget, go to cagedaggression.tv to find out more information.
Closing out another spectacular evening, night number 2 of a 3-night history-making MMA pay-per-view event. This is what we do here at Caged Aggression. Holy wow. What a night of fights. From our first fight, Gabriel Vanderlei with a beautiful, beautiful first-round submission. Spencer Morgan coming up on the short end of the stick. Josiah with an 11-second, I believe possibly record-breaking knockout. The ladies, man.
The ladies. Probably
Jenna
one of my favorite fights.
For tonight, for me, honestly, like the human chess match.
The way that they were going back and forth on the ground, they made it look so much fun, improving positions. Olivia looked on point. Yeah, that was a great fight.
It absolutely was. And then as we closed out before the intermission, Andrew Freelove on the receiving end of a vicious knockout from Felipe Martinez. And then the post fights, my goodness, man, the championship match between, I'm sorry, not championship, but the pro debut, Jordan Schulte and Brant Cooper both having to give up their belts in the respective division, the lightweight and the welterweight division, to become pros. Trace Ingelkis, I mean, this was just an amazing night. This is what we come to expect in our main event. The most unenviable position for me, looking at the fights tonight, especially that last one, the judges. How do you score that one?
That was extremely close. But we saw some extremely close fights. You know, that first fight on the other side of the intermission could have easily went 5 rounds, as we saw a big turning point in the third against Schulte. So I'm hoping they run it back.
Yeah, that was a close one, absolutely. And then Alex Cardenas with a devastating knockout over Devin Seeds. I mean, this is just what we have come to expect from Cage Aggression, at least I have from watching it. This is just our second night. We have a third night tomorrow, cagedaggression.tv. Man, I'm almost out of wind, but boy, we're going to hit this after party. I don't know if you are, but
I'm sad. I'm going home. I'm old. I'm going to go back and rest. I got all the fights in the world. But real quick, yeah, like I said, you guys get to do it again tomorrow. I'm envious. I wish I was there with you.
Well, and again, Jordan the Henchman Hinman is going to be joining us on the broadcast team. This gentleman is no stranger to some gold himself, as well as the Cage Aggression Cage. Just even talking to him off air, like a normal person, he is such an insightful, just has the insight and just the disposition of a real martial artist. Very thoughtful, very introspective human being. Unfortunately, he was on the receiving end of a very devastating elbow against our co-main event, our main event, Brendan Jenkins. We interviewed him on our last episode of Everything Combat. Go check that out. We talked to Jordan. We talked to Brendan. Jens broke down that fight. It was a first round, very quick fight. Brendan wound up, literally, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat because Jordan had him handled with those knees. Looking forward to calling the fights with Jordan tomorrow. Gentlemen, I'm so stoked to obviously be a part of this whole team, being able to call fights with Pat Miletich. This guy right here, Jens Pulver. Again, congratulations. A couple weeks ago, it was his anniversary of his 20-year anniversary.
Stop putting years on these things, man. When they say 40, hopefully I'm still around for that 40 years.
Of course you will be. But congratulations, man.
Thank
Again,
you.
Anybody who wins titles, they definitely go in the record books. But oftentimes, we don't remember the 31st, the 21st champion. But this guy right here, the godfather of the lightweight division. Bermas, any closing thoughts, my friend?
Just remember to join us at cageaggression.tv tomorrow night. It's going to be thunder and lightning. Looking forward to it.
As always. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we wind this night down, for myself, Jeffrey Wilson, Little Evil, the former champion, and Jason Bermas, stick with us, ladies and gentlemen. We have one more night to go. We've only just begun. Peace.